All right. Welcome to another stream. Today we'll be talking about the Rise of the Empire era with a couple of guests, Nazo and Scarlet.
Sukuigar, dark greetings and hello there.
Hello there.
I give all three greetings when I can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello, Chase.
Yeah,
Thank you. All right. So, well, yeah. I think we'll get in right into it. So, first thing we'll talk about is. Oh, I got to share my screen. Um, Jedi the Dark Side comic series.
yes, the prequel to Jude Watson's Jedi Apprentice series.
Yes. So there
You
we
read
go. Yeah, I read that.
that? Oh.
I had some homework for this stream and I did it.
It's nice of him to do so.
Yeah.
Is this the one with Qui-Gon's apprentice?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Xanatos.
Xanatos. Yeah.
Yes.
Dang, I'm surprised you know about that.
Wait,
Pretty
me
cool.
or Walrus?
Walrus, because, Jedi Apprentice. That's like a whole other novel series.
Which we can't talk about because I haven't read it.
Yeah.
Well, if you enjoyed this, you're going to enjoy Jedi Apprentice a heck of a lot more when you get around to it. It is fantastic.
Yeah, that's another thing I've heard good things about.
Well, here's the. I'm not going to spoil it or anything. Here's the thing. It treats the reader like they're mature.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, this is like a young reader to a children's book. So
Yeah.
for a book to do that, doesn't dumb things down for its reader,
Mm-hmm.
is very cool. And it's one part of the reason why I really love the series.
Mm-hmm. All right. The comic series. So, what are your thoughts on it?
Oh, I haven't read it.
I have.
Oh, you haven't read it? Oh,
No, but I think I know what it's about. It's like it's about like Xanatos. That's all I know. I think I just learned about it like yesterday, but I haven't read it. It's about a Qui-Gon's apprentice.
Yes.
yeah. Before you die, there is something you should know about us, Lone Star. I'm your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
Wonderful Spaceballs reference. Thank you very much. I have read it, and to be honest with you, I did not enjoy it. I didn't hate it, but I did not enjoy it.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, to me, it's just kind of one of those okay comic books.
Okay.
Um, as far as a prequel to, it gives you an origin to Xanatos and how he and Qui Gon had a falling out over his father and the whole Telos situation.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it really didn't do much for me as far as character. It was nice to see, Master Tall from the Jedi Apprentice series in
Mm-hmm.
there, get a decent look at what she looked like. And she kind of it's weird. She kind of looks like a yellow skinned Bastila. So I can see why Qui Gon was into her.
Yep.
But beyond.
Boy, Star Wars comic time. I remember this comic. A rare appearance of Micah Giet, though for some reason he acts more like Mace Windu in it.
Was Micah Giet in this one? I barely remember if he was. Because I know he's in other ones and his appearance is far more memorable. But this one, like, if he's there, he's like either at the beginning or at the end, so I barely remember his appearance.
Yeah, I think it's just a minor appearance. like in
I
some
like Micah
council
Get.
shots.
I like Micah Get. Very short-lived Jedi, but very cool.
You said there's like a Jedi that looks like Bastila.
Yeah. So in the Jedi Apprentice books, Qui-Gon is kind of in love with a Jedi Master named Paul, and so you kind of get a look at what she looks like in this comic book.
Oh, what's her name? How do you spell it?
It's Tahl.
Oh, that's there.
Tahl.
The comic makes her look yellow. I think she looks dark skinned in like some of the official artwork,
Yeah,
like the stuff they use for the Reader's Companion. So I just assume she's like darker skin with kind of strange eyes.
Yeah,
Not ugly or anything, just like otherworldly the way her eyes are.
yeah.
Is she like a Cathar?
I don't know. I
No,
don't think she is.
No. Says she's. What is she? Nurian.
She's basically just a near human, which is basically a humanoid non-human, I guess.
Yep.
You see stuff like that when there's like Lordians and Miralon. You know what I mean?
And you said Qui-Gon was in love with her.
In the Jedi Apprentice books, yes.
Oh.
Though it's not like overly broadcasted.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of heavily implied.
Yeah.
Man. Anakin would have been totally fine if you trained with Qui-Gon.
Got a vent about something Disney just bought at the new canon novel. Takes place between. Oh, brought out Star Wars Legacy, catchy title, wonder why the EU. Yeah. Don't even get me. The one thing I've heard about that book is that it just makes Luke in the current canon look like a bigger failure than he already did. So, yeah.
Because he needs more of that.
Basically, Rey breaks the traditional rule of attachments. I'm like, yeah, Luke already did that in the old canon years ago, like 20 years ago. So,
Are they gonna call it Star Wars Legacy?
Yeah.
that is the title of the book.
Yeah.
Bro.
In that book, Rey fantasized about this. Are you kidding me?
Oh. Okay.
You gotta be kidding me, Rick.
Why are they stealing all these titles from the EU?
What is it?
They're good titles, that's why.
Some of these Disney authors, they just have like they can't. It's oh my god. You ever seen the meme title for the Police Squad TV series? Where like one of the titles is the writer's barely disguised fetish.
Oh, that's like a meme, right?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And if you remember how Cade started meeting with the Ugly Brothers by the nickel for every time a story called Star Wars Legacy started a Jedi with a foot fetish.
Wow.
I don't remember Cade having a foot fetish, but
I wouldn't know. I haven't read that, unfortunately.
all right, this is derailing. Let's get back to the next aspect of this.
Yeah. Anything else on the dark side?
I highly recommend you read the novels. Well, not novels, but read the books, the scholastic books that follow this comic, which is the Jedi Apprentice series.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Licking his boots.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Let's talk about the topic. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I enjoyed this comic. Yeah,
I'll compliment the artwork, but yeah, the artwork is really good.
yeah, I enjoyed the art. Yeah. Well, we can move on to Acts of War, I believe. Isn't it?
Jedi Council Acts of War, yeah, that's a good one.
Yep.
It gets a follow up in Star Wars Republic, which I will not spoil here, but it is well worth your time to read. It's a duology.
Oh, that's good.
It's
Oh,
called it's in the Republic. Yeah, it's in the Republic comics, and it's called the Deveronian version.
oh, yes, I know what that is.
That's actually one of my favorite comic duologies because it's total bullcrap. I mean, there you do get like the realistic point of view in there,
Yeah.
but some of the total bullcrap that's in that comic is just so funny. I love it.
Yeah. Oh boy, Jedi Council Acts of War. Yep. I'm very slightly familiar with that one. First full comic I ever dubbed, and the Deveronian version was the last. The dub series came full circle.
But yeah, Jedi Council Acts of War, definitely enjoyed this as a prelude to the Republic comics.
Yeah.
It's kind of underrated. It's not one of my favorites, but it's definitely underrated and worth your time.
I enjoyed it. I like that it had a bunch of Jedi in it. We got to follow some of these Jedi that don't get
Yeah.
the spotlight all the time.
Well, like I said, I did enjoy it. I'm just saying it wasn't one of my. But yeah, and you can tell Randy Stradley got to flesh out this one. Was kind of like the start of his, because I think this was after the Crimson Empire comics. When he got to flesh out more of Intro.
Mm-hmm.
So that was actually pretty cool to see.
It was. Scarlett, have you read this?
No,
Oh, okay.
fortunately.
Dang, when we gotta get you into more comics.
First appearance of Kukruk and Sui Choi.
I forgot this was the first appearance of Kukruk. Thank you. Thank you, Auditech.
Okay. Well, yeah, apparently stuff goes on with Kukruk in the comics.
I have seen your dub for Acts of War. I was actually watching it during a Discord call and seeing if anybody else wanted to watch it at the time. I gotta go back to the. Cause I think I got as far as Outlander for the comics. I gotta get back so I can get to the Deveronian version.
I've seen the first episode, Auditect.
Well, you did a fantastic job with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think he even converted it recently into audio dramas too, so that was cool.
I
For
think
people
so.
who are more book readers than comic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I haven't made it to the Deveronian version. I still got to get there.
Oh, that's so nice to know. I hope you enjoyed, and I'd be happy if you actually made it all the way to the Deveronian version. Eventually. So, fun fact, Acts of War number 5 had a guest appearance by Christian Simpson, who played a Naboo pilot in the movie. Oh, that's neat. Ooh. Oh, Nazo is muted.
Nazo, you're muted.
Yeah, let's...
How's my audio, by the way?
You sound good.
All right, cool.
Let's see, we'll look at that one. Something different. Okay, well, yeah, I enjoyed this one. I personally enjoyed the Dark Side, the one we talked about before, that little comic storyline more than this one. Yeah. But this one had some cool Jedi stuff. And, cover art of Acts of War issue 4 has all the playable characters from Jedi Power Battles on the cover. Wonder if that was intentional. Oh, is that this one? Is that this one? Is this issue 4? Oh, it doesn't say. Issue 4. What's this one? That one's the first one.
Jedi Power Battles is like the fighting game, right?
Yes. What's the 2? Okay, where's 4?
Uh-oh.
What?
Where'd Nazo go?
Oh. Is he having issues? Oh, it's the one with Yoda. Okay. Oh yeah, there's it says 4 right there. And Obi-Wan in the front. Okay, yep. Oh, well. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, well, we get to see the Yin Kori uprising, which is cool. And it's referenced later on in Plagueis and other places. Oh, okay. So, fun fact, Mace Windu's lightsaber is on almost all the covers, but he only actually uses it in issue 3. Interesting. All right. I don't have much to say on Acts of War. Yeah, no, I'm ready to move on to Darth Maul, I think. Scarlett, have you read the Darth Maul little miniseries?
Ron Mars, right? Jander Sema, yes. 4
Yes.
issue. Yeah, I read that one.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Don't know if Nazo wants to say anything.
Looks like Nazo's having some issues. There, we'll do that. All right. And we'll look at this one. Okay. All right. Well, Acts of War is also one of the few times we see Yoda and Yaddle interact. Ah,
Yaddle.
that's interesting. Honestly, wasn't a fan of the Darth Maul comics. It's 4 issues long, but the plot does little other than Darth Maul runs around and kills people. Art was phenomenal, though.
That's kind of what I like about it, though.
I enjoyed that as well. But yeah, the art is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Hello?
That's true. Hello.
Yes.
Oh, you guys can hear me finally. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what the connection issue was, but yeah. Yeah, so you guys are talking about the Ron Mars Darth Maul comic.
Yes. Do you have anything you want to add real fast on Acts of War, Jedi Council?
It's really good. Beyond I guess I could get into spoiler territory. Micah Geth's death was actually really well done.
Mm.
A lot of the development, some of the losses of some of the Jedi. Because like a lot of the greater stuff is more done in the Devaronian version. But hold on one second.
Acts of War was also kind of a prequel in Star Wars Tales, Jedi Chef, It's a bit unclear whether it's supposed to be canon or not, though. Oh yeah, the Jedi Chef Tales thing, which is kind of like Iron Chef in Star Wars with Plo Koon and Geit, however you want to pronounce it. Have you read that little storyline, Scarlet?
Isn't Star Wars Tales?
Yeah.
No.
It's interesting.
I heard the Tales series is like hit or miss.
Well, it's got some stories that are definitely canon and some that are definitely not. They obviously had lots of fun writing various stories in that.
Mm.
Have you
So-
read anything from it?
From Star Wars Tales?
Yeah.
No, I haven't read anything, but I know like certain stories from it, like that are canon. Like the Darth Vader C-3PO one,
Yeah.
and Vader versus Maul. Yeah. I know some of it, but I haven't read
That's in Star Wars Tales?
it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Vader versus Maul.
I've only read the stuff that's in some of the epic collections, like the Rise of the Sith, Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. To be
Yeah.
honest, because like I prefer having like everything, all
Yes.
the Tales series collected instead of like little
Yeah.
chunks. And
Yeah. It'd be nice if they would have just done a couple of an epic collection. Well, it would have been nice if we would have just had a Tales epic collection. That would.
yeah, easy reprints.
What is that?
You alright, Nazo?
Yeah, Nazo,
I
you're
just have to pick up a cat food messing with my garage here because my cat trying to get in there. Just for a little bit out there.
I could kind of hear him. It's
I
very
know,
low.
he's quiet. Nazo, you're really quiet.
I'm sorry.
Got an idea. You said you only watched part 1 of Acts of War. What if you reacted to the rest like you did the Theory fan film? Sure, I could do that. Autotect.
Can
That
you hear
could
me
be
better
a
now?
stream idea for within the next week or two. Yeah, I'll do that.
React to some Star Wars fan films.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm just better.
Yeah, we still haven't even really talked a whole lot about this Maul storyline.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's Darth Maul goes on a mission to take out Black Sun. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. I have lots of EU material for you to react to. Yeah. But yeah, getting back to Darth Maul. Yeah. The art's really nice. It's fantastic.
Oh,
yeah. And the covers are Drew Struzan pieces.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see if we can find some of the other ones. Let's see. Well, we got this one.
I just like how simple the story is. Pretty
Yeah.
straightforward, straight to the point. Darth
Yeah.
Maul goes and kicks butt, and it's as simple as that. But
Yeah. Real nice. Then we have this one with Bloodfin.
sick bike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some
And
great
then-
covers.
There's this one. Oh wait, no, let's see.
Oh yeah, you even get to see Black Sun, which is cool. I like
Yeah.
I like in later stories they actually include Black Sun as the criminal organization of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. And then Darth Maul's the reason why Black Sun's crippled for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
but
that's a re-
yeah, Gender Sema is just one of the best artists of the EU. It's I don't know if this is her first comic. Like I'm curious, but this
I
is
don't
just
think it is. I think she had some. Oh, there's Nazo. I think she did some earlier stuff. I'm afraid there just isn't a lot to say about Maul, the Maul comic, but back in the day, there was a cool Flash animation based on it.
You're talking about the Darth Vader effect?
Nazo, you're still muffled.
oh,
Okay. Yeah, you have anything else you want to say on it before we move on?
I mean, it's a cool story. Art's really good. I mean, Gender Sema, long career ahead. Obviously Republic and Legacy. So it's just
Yep.
really impressive for the earliest starts, and yeah, it's just a pretty cool story. You could probably read this in one sitting. It's pretty quick paced too.
Yeah.
Because mostly arts tells the story, and I just like how simple this is.
All true.
Darth Maul kicking butt.
Yep. It's pretty much got what you want Darth Maul doing.
Oh, and I think this tells the story of how he got the Sith infiltrator, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's in that. Let's see, what's the next comic? Oh, what's that Yaddle story? Yaddle comic. What's it called? Did you read that? I think it's in Tales. Is it in this? No. What is this?
I haven't read any Tales comics.
Oh. What's it called? It's actually really good. Oh yeah, the one below. Is it Tales? Is this in Tales or is it in something else? Oh yeah, it's in Tales 5. Yeah. This is basically how she becomes a master and takes her seat on the council. I would say this is definitely one of the Tales storylines that is canon because it's pretty interesting. But since you haven't read it, I don't want to go into heavy spoilers.
Oh,
Yaddle, the one below. It's in Tales. Love the ending shot with all the Jedi have their sabers out. Yep. It's good.
I'd like to read more Yaddle stories.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Yes, and you're not muffled too, so you're good.
Yeah, I had to come back inside because I was trying to do this outside because everybody in my household had to pick now as the exact time to bother me about something.
You're okay.
But yeah, I'm back inside anyway. So yeah, I guess I missed the one comic I wanted to talk about, which was Darth Maul. But
You
yeah,
can-
Yaddle's Tale, the one below. That's a pretty good one. I have read that one.
Yeah. For a Tales story, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, very very interesting the way she describes some of the events, the symmetry that happened, sort of.
Yep. I just got one question about Yaddle. Other sources say that she trained Oppo Rancisis, but Oppo is already on the council when Yaddle is reintroduced to the Jedi. Really? Who does Wikipedia say trained Oppo Rancisis.
Are we talking about the current canon or the old EU?
EU, not Disney garbage.
Right. But in that regard, did it say she trained Oppo Ranzis?
Good
Because
old
my money is that if she did, it would have been after she was already back with the Order.
Rancisis. All right, Mr. Rancisis. Reveal your secrets. Who's your master? It says Yaddle. Training to become a Jedi Knight almost 2 centuries before the Battle of Yavin. In 186 BBY. Okay, well, yeah, we don't need to. But okay. All right. So Nazo, do you want to talk about Darth Maul since you missed?
I do. He doesn't say anything. Kind of like how Burger Fest used to be. He doesn't say anything. Here's the one super have to be like anything like sometimes they're just a leap for beauty for reference. The terrifying but in some cases
Scarlett, can you hear him?
No. Now I can't hear much. Or can you?
No, he's like muffled or muted or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think I can hear him.
That would make sense, but Appa was clearly seen to already be on the council in Yaddle, the one below.
Right. You're thinking with absolute reverse contract.
Okay. While we wait for him to fix his issues, let's see. Scarlett, have you read the episode 1 comic? Or should we do the novel first? Well, we're doing comics right now, so.
Episode 1 comic?
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, I haven't read the comic versions of the movies.
Okay.
Just the novelizations.
Well, you're not missing out on much.
Oh, darn.
Okay. He's still like echo distant. Oh man. Okay, well. I guess do we move on to Plagueis? Sure.
We're gonna talk about the episode 1 comic, or
Oh well, there's nothing really to spoil, because it's the story from episode 1. It's got nothing really that adds to it very much. It's beat for beat. Yeah, I didn't think it did the pod race very well. It's only like 2 pages. Oh, there's Nazo. Let's see if he's.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, my headphones were acting stupid.
Oh, okay.
which explains. So where did you lose me?
Okay. We didn't hear anything about what you said about Darth Maul.
Of course. All right, I'll try and remember what I said. So I first want to compliment the art by Jander Sema. It's
Yes.
absolutely fantastic, like practically flawless as far as I'm concerned with a comic. I also want to talk about that this is basically like if you were expecting the dude who doesn't like he can't shut up, like from TCW,
Yeah.
you're going to be disappointed. This is very much the weapon, the instrument, the will of the Sith Maul.
Mm-hmm.
And I see this from time to time that people think a villain has to be crazy nuanced to be good. No, sometimes they just have to be like a scary threat, a weapon.
Yep.
And that's primarily how this comic portrays Maul. He doesn't say anything unless he has something meaningful to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hold on a second.
All right. Well,
Sorry about that. My niece was about to do something she shouldn't. Anyway,
okay.
But yeah, like I absolutely love this comic. It's like
Mhm.
I even my mom doesn't read a lot of comics, but she did read this one, and she didn't think it was like perfect like I did, but she did enjoy it as compared to most of the stuff.
All right.
It helps that the artwork on the cover is actually done by Drew Struzan.
Yeah, it's good.
Like that's legit his artwork, which I think is cool because
Yeah.
you rarely see that with a comic book. He mostly does like art covers for novels, but
Mhm.
but yeah, this comic is one of the best I've ever read, and I was not expecting it to be as good as it was.
Agreed. All right. Have you said your piece now, Nazo, on Maul?
I have. Sorry about that. Yeah, so many random interruptions and issues just out of the blue. So
It's okay. What about the episode 1 comic?
I actually haven't had a chance to read that one. I have it though, so I should get around to reading it eventually. But from some of the artwork I saw, it did look decent.
The artwork is good, but unfortunately, it's the story from the movie. It doesn't add any scenes or anything like that.
That makes sense. I think if you want something that adds more scenes, you should probably go to the novel.
Yes, the novelization's better. So if you haven't read the comic, I assume you haven't read like episode 1, Qui-Gon Jinn and Queen Amidala.
Oh, I have read those.
Oh, what do you think of those?
Those were okay, but I thought you were going to say the Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan comic.
We'll get there.
Okay, but yeah, no, I have read those side ones. Those are pretty okay. Like they're extra details for the movie, but they're not like stuff that like redefines the movie as a whole.
Yeah, I found them to mostly be a waste of time.
You know what they are? They're POV comics.
True.
Like they kind of get you into the headspace of the characters at the particular moments, but they don't really do anything to like add anything to the story. So
Yes.
You weren't a fan of the episode 1 comics for some characters?
Well, pretty much most of it, because it was just I didn't need it. Just kind of fills in a lot of and a lot of them just feel like that they go on random adventures in between some of the scenes on Tatooine.
I did get for one of them. I did get my omnibus that had it
Uh,
signed by Henry Gilroy.
which one did he do?
I can't remember if he did the. I think he either did the Qui-Gon or the Obi-Wan one. Probably the Obi-Wan one.
Oh, and the Obi-Wan one, is that the one where Obi-Wan is recounting the events of the movie to Yoda?
I think so, yeah.
But
But then again, I think Henry Gilroy actually wrote the Phantom Menace comic, so it makes sense that.
Well, he adapted it from the script,
Yeah.
the movie. But yes. Yeah. Well, in the Obi-Wan one, I think it was the Obi-Wan one, they actually had some of the deleted scenes in it because they had the waterfall scene with where the sub was going to go over. And
It makes sense he would include that because
yeah.
it was probably still in the script at the time.
Yeah, and then there is the scene where Obi-Wan has his lightsaber is lost its charge when he's just landed on Naboo from the Trade Federation ship.
Mm.
Yeah, but I didn't enjoy the Padme and Jar Jar adventure chasing after that dragonfly.
I barely remember that one.
Yeah, well,
Like
yeah.
I said, most of those episode 1 comics were pretty unmemorable.
Yeah. Yeah. But we could move on to Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan and the Orient Express, if you would like.
I know you weren't a fan of it.
Not my favorite.
I actually did like Orient Express. I thought it had a just kind of its whole comedic vibe was fun.
Yeah.
Because it's just to me it seemed like, okay, what exactly is going on? And then you have like all these different people doing like different things. One of them's like an eco-terrorist, the other one is like a businessman, the other one is like the wife of like the guy who owns the boat that they're on.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of funny to see like everybody kind of like have like their own stake in what's going on and like not knowing who's actually behind what's going on. They're like, oh wait, he was behind just that part. What about that part? Well, I don't know. I think that was just some random. It's just kind of funny hijinks basically, which is why I enjoyed it. And Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are just kind of like along for the ride. They're like trying to figure this out. Like, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you read this, Scarlet?
Yes, this one I actually have read. I read the other one too, like
Okay.
Ord Mantell.
I liked The Last Stand and Ord Mantell too. That was very good.
Yeah, it's better than this, but
Good moral lesson.
what are your thoughts on Orient Express, Scarlet?
It's like Nazo said, it's like a fun, fun comic. Kind of feels like, like Saturday morning-ish,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, they go on this little side quest and, lots of different funny types of people. And I think it's just like a fun, comic. Nothing like that special, but I guess it's part of its charm.
Yeah.
I will say I do think it's kind of funny, like the way it ends.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed to say it.
Go ahead.
Because it's like a big like moral lesson that Qui-Gon is teaching Obi-Wan. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm allowed to say, like we could.
Go ahead.
It's not like
if you
a
want.
big spoiler,
Well, we've all read it, so spoiler to the audience at most.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but it's still like just funny how Qui-Gon, the way he stops it. I think he basically holds the guy that owns the Express hostage, and it's like this one big lesson about like, I don't exactly remember, but they have this discussion in the beginning where, what's the difference between like doing something like, doing something bad for the good and doing something good for the bad, and then at the end, obviously Qui-Gon just straight up like holds the guy hostage, to stop the Express.
Hmm.
So that's pretty funny. I mean, it's just one of those funny Qui-Gon moments,
Yeah. And one of the characters in this, he looks like a fish version of J. Jonah Jameson.
I thought the security guard or something.
Or Tony Sirico from Sopranos.
Let's see, where is
Yeah, I remember the fish guy though. I know which one you're talking. He's short, has like a cigar.
Yeah. He
Wait,
doesn't
who just
have
said?
the J. Jonah Jameson mustache, but he has the hair.
Yeah, I know. I think I know who you're talking about. I did think of that too. He kind of
Well, that's why I described him more as like a Tony Sirico type from The Sopranos, where he was like he has white on the sides but like black on top.
Yeah.
I thought the bald guy kind of looks like that dude from Sopranos, the main guy.
Oh. All right. Is that it on Orient Express? Ready to go to Last Stand on Ord Mantell?
Yeah, Orient Express did thoroughly enjoy that one.
It's fun.
All right, there we go. All right, thoughts on Last Stand on Ord Mantell?
Also thoroughly enjoyed this one. It was kind of strange, but not bad strange.
A good strange?
Yeah, like the thing at the surprise at the end for those who have read it with the queen was not the queen. What was her name? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
She
the
was like-
royal person, lady or whatever it was.
That was an interesting twist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. Do you like seeing Mantellian Sav rips in this?
I thought they were interesting. Nice way of not judging a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Just because it looks terrifying doesn't mean it is.
True.
I do like that whole reveal also of like what happened to that one girl's like mom,
Mm-hmm.
like the whole like real story, It's like when Nazo said about like don't judge a book by its cover and all that.
True. Anything else on Last Stand on Ord Mantell?
Good moral lesson, good action.
Oh, there's this.
Not judging a book by its cover, basically. And just the unexpected skill of I mean, you expect it, but you remember because if you remember what happens to the lady at the end, you realize that Mace Windu is not the only one who doesn't hesitate when the moment comes.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man, I want to talk about that.
Go ahead.
Man,
Spoilers for everybody.
Man, that straight up surprised me, man.
Straight chop.
Yeah, man. That was pretty wild.
I wish we'd seen more Jedi and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Not enough to steal the show from the iconic duo. Just a bunch of allies showing up every now and then. Well, they could have told more Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan stories in the comics. That would have been fine.
The problem typically is usually the same issue, is that it depends on how well it's sold. So even though I thought that
That's true.
these two runs were very good for the short stories that they tell within a 2-issue run and then a 3-issue run,
Yeah.
it might not have made enough back in sales to justify more. Because again, it's always about what is the audience looking for? What stories are they looking for? Sometimes it's literally just like a limited run, like the Darth Maul comic. It's a fantastic comic. Anybody who's read it is like, yeah, this is amazing. But it only got a 4-issue run, because that's all it was supposed to get.
Yeah. Well, and that probably
But
sold
other
well
series
'cause
like
it's Darth
yeah,
Maul.
other series like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, it might have been that it just didn't have like the same mass appeal as say like Republic or Tales. You know, it didn't have as much
Yeah,
backing or funding behind it, so it didn't get as many.
true. Since Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are mostly absent in Republic series, we don't see them teaming up with other Jedi that often. Outside of Jedi Council Acts of War and the Stark Hyperspace War.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Audio Tech. I think they deserve more story. I mean, like, I know Jude Watson was kind of fulfilling that portion with the books when it came to the Jedi Apprentice series, but we hardly got anything as far as comic wise. So, yeah, I think Qui Gon and Obi Wan Adventures needed a little more.
You don't have to twist my arm to want more Qui-Gon stuff.
Yeah,
That would be fantastic.
there's so many stories that didn't get to be told because, or at least probably didn't get to be told because they were moving on to like Attack of the Clones and the Clone Wars, or it just didn't get the mass broad appeal that they were hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
Because even before Disney got the branding, Star Wars wanted to milk they were interested in telling interesting stories, but they wanted to milk everything they could. I mean, we got a comic book about Jabba the Hutt. We got a web strip about the pod racers. So
What's wrong with that?
again, I'm not complaining about that, but like those seem kind of like out of pocket as compared to stuff that's maybe like more like main character, mainstream stories. Not that again, I'm not saying those comics are bad. I'm just saying they seem more like out of pocket. That Jama comic was freaking terrible. I enjoyed it, but I thought it was really weird. And if I missed the opportunity to ask Randy Stradley at the 2023 con, who was that for?
I've heard that's weird.
That's one of the questions I wanted to ask. Who was that comic for?
The
Really
only
interesting part.
one guy asks him if he has kids, and Jabba's like, "I haven't spoken to my son in years. I think he's a gladiator now." Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. He's also trying to be his own man.
Yes, a Hutt being a man.
So he's not like his father.
Yeah.
Star Wars daddy issues. Can't get enough of those.
Yep.
But yeah, would have loved to see more Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan adventures.
Mm.
At least
Anything else on Ord Mantell?
I kind of like this more than Orion's Express. A little
Same,
more.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's just a fun comic series, and I do think I think these like stories were kind of like a test run, for because see if people actually care and buy these, even though it's Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and I should have checked the publication date because Attack of the Clones
Mm-hmm.
was around, so you got to tell stories about those, but for what these were, at least for the comic side, I think it was good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good for what we got. We're able to get.
True.
But I like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and I think it's probably like one of my favorite duos. But I guess that's what we have Jedi Apprentice for. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm joking, of course, but the Jabba comic did legit have someone ask Jabba if he has kids. It's kind of funny that happened before Rada was ever thought of. All right. What's the next comic? We're kind of running out of stuff that I've read comic wise, though.
I can think of one or two. Have you read Pod Racing Tales?
No, but that sounds like I'd enjoy that.
Yeah, I think it's in one of the Wild Space omnibuses. I think Volume 2.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Let me
I'm
guess.
actually a little surprised it hasn't been printed in the Epic collections.
That's weird.
That surprises me. That's like because I have the first Rise of the Sith volume that you have.
Yeah,
I don't have the second one, so
It's not
I
in
don't know.
there. It's not in there.
Yeah, so that is kind of weird that it's not included. So I would highly recommend you get if you're genuinely interested in those fun little. And I will say this: Pod Racing Tales is so fun. It's just goofy fun. So don't expect a serious vibe. Expect like pod racers doing goofy stuff to each other. That comic also did something I never thought it would. It actually made Huts look adorable.
Is it this?
Yes, that is it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's that dude from Phantom Menace.
Yeah, Quadraneros, Ben Quadraneros. And then here's Juan Sandage, Aldar Beto, Sebulba, Team Toe Pagalis, right there.
Team Toe keeps trying to like, if I remember one detail from this comic, he keeps trying to get like the attention of a Twi'lek lady
Oh,
that's like drooling over Sebulba. He's like, "Yeah, you can watch me too." He's like, it's like total goofball. Like, it's like a 50s kid who thinks his ride looks as cool as the greaser on the motorcycle.
mm-hmm.
Which are one of my favorite examples of cross continuity of all time. Yeah.
What was the other comic that you were going to mention?
I think. Well, Republic, obviously. I'm genuinely surprised you haven't started that yet. The first, I think, 45 issues are just listed as Star Wars 1998.
Yeah. In the Qui-Gon Jinn comic, Qui-Gon sells Anakin's pod racer to Sebulba. He does. In the pod racer comic, Sebulba confirms he bought Anakin's pod and states he'll race it in the upcoming race on Malastare. See, stuff like that's cool.
Yeah, well, the race on Malastare is actually in the Republic comic. So yeah, that's
nice.
That's exactly what Auditech is talking about. So there was a nice little continuity connection there.
Nice.
I mean, I think there's like a few other comics like the Bounty Hunters Aura Singh, which is all right. Like it's not terrible, but it's not mind blowing either. I think there's a couple of Tales, fun little short stories that take place in between that may or may not be canon to the EU.
I've read some Tales stories.
Yeah, but those are the ones I can think of.
Wow, Auditech dubbed Bounty Hunters Aura Singh as well. Maybe I'll give that a watch.
I listened to your to Aura's song, which was good. I still need to get to Bounty Hunters Aura Singh because I'm curious about the dub for that. Which one? What is another example? Because I think we're starting to hit into Attack of the Clones.
I haven't read anything in that.
But we should do some of the pre-Phantom Menace novelizations discussion before we get into that.
Well, first up on that would be Plagueis.
I needed to get up off the seat anyways, baby.
Yeah,
I'm getting too comfortable, baby.
Plagueis. Yeah, fun.
Don't you want some watermelon instead, or no?
Walrus, you haven't read Jango Fett Open Seasons?
I have not.
Oh,
Well, I've read the part of it that's in the Bounty Hunter game,
oh. Okay.
but I think that's like issue 2.
I did not know that, Auditech. I'm glad to know that, though.
What? Fun fact: the story that that story was the first Star Wars story to ever feature LGBT character. Which story? Bounty Hunters? Aura Singh?
Yeah, I think he means Bounty Hunters are Sting. The follow-up is what he told me.
Did you know that my Aura song comic dub has a completely original soundtrack composed by you? Wow, nice.
Yeah, Auditech is a regular little savant here.
Yeah, Auditect. What are you gonna? Are you gonna do any more comics?
That's what I was asking him. I'm like, there's so many. Like, he could do so many of these Clone Wars ones. I think someone has to commission him for it though, or something like that. Because that would be pretty darn cool to see.
Yeah,
I like his memes.
yeah. He likes to post memes regularly.
I have noticed a few of his EU memes. They're cool.
But getting back to Mr. Plagueis,
Darth Plagueis. I work to the novels, starting off strong.
he's a sellout. Well, sometimes you have to pay the bills.
Yeah, if you have to pay the bills, we understand. Hopefully, someone will commission you another EU comic. Anyway, so yeah, Plagueis. I would think of this less as a novel and more of a reference guide to the Phantom Menace timeline.
Yeah, because I've read this a few times, and each time I've gotten more out of it because I've experienced more of the EU since the last time I read it. So this
It references C-3PX for those who knows who that is.
does it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not familiar with that.
That's Darth Maul's droid. He was originally in the Dark Horse droid comics, and then they put him in one of the little episode 1 adventure books as like a sidekick to Darth Maul in one of his adventures, and both that gets referenced in Plagueis.
Lots of things get referenced in this.
Yeah, like I said, I look at it. There's only one thing continuity-wise I thought was off, and no, it's not the obvious
Clone Wars stuff.
It's not the obvious Dathomir thing. That's a little too easy. No, my
Size from all the characters was mentioned in.
Yeah, no, my issue had to do, believe it or not, with the Darth Maul comic.
Ah, okay.
Because the scene in which you've probably noticed it now, but the scene in which Maul explains what happened to his master is much different from how it's portrayed in the comic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Sidious flies off the handle, and if I recall, even Plagueis afterward was like, yeah, you need to calm down. It's fine. He took care of it. We're still good. And I actually told James Lucino about this. I mentioned this to him.
Mm-hmm.
He says he wasn't aware of it, and I believe him. Mind you, this is a decade ago, but he said he wasn't aware of it because I'm like that within continuity. That always kind of bothered me, and I mentioned it. It was like, yeah, I kind of agree with you there. You know, this, I like my continuity to be within continuity.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you're gonna miss things.
Yeah, well, I think they just gave him vague notes of events and things that were said in some cases, and that might have been one of them.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder if James actually watched the droid cartoon. I never got to ask him. I should, because he did include the C3PX, but because like I said, I even told him like, yeah, I use your book as like another EU reference guide because like, oh, I know what this is. I know what this is.
Yeah.
Because of like how it connects to this, you know.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, I think James Luceno is the king of referencing EU stuff in his books.
Oh yeah, no, he like if you you obviously know about this from the Agents of Chaos duology, but he took so many times to reference stuff that his friend Brian Daly did and their connections.
Mm-hmm.
The animated TV show, since he mentioned Size
Yeah,
From.
we know. What you're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
Size From. I forgot about Size From.
Yeah. I mean, I can't recall who Size from is. I've only
Size
seen
From is that green like alien dude. I guess even Jason Fry, I guess in the Essential Guide to Warfare, made some reference to him. Wanted him to be more like a tragic character rather than just like your stereotypical crime boss.
Okay. Well, maybe I should look that up for the people.
It's kind of making me want to rewatch Droids a little. Size From, the main villain of the first arc, bluish old man, constantly Yeah,
How do you
he
spell,
knows it. Yeah,
How do you spell the C3PX? Like droid?
C3PO, but instead of 0, you put an X.
Oh, this guy. Oh, thank you, you stupid thing. Whatever.
Just select a different image.
This portly purple robe guy.
Tragic character. Didn't he imprison his own kid? It's going to be hard for you to feel sympathy for. Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, and look, they made a toy of him. You could have him sitting on your shelf.
Yeah, man.
Well, I guess in Size From case, would you rather have him imprison his kid or kill his kid? Which one is more sympathetic?
C3PO, but with a blaster.
Yep.
That do be C3PX.
Yep.
It's wild.
All right.
So yeah, Plagueis is a fantastic novel, well worth reading.
Yep. It's probably, well, it's my favorite Luceno novel from my favorite Star Wars author, which I don't think is revolutionary.
Yeah, my favorite is hopefully the next one we're going to discuss.
Cloak of Deception.
Indeed.
Blue, yeah, okay. Tragic character, he didn't even imprison his own kid. Yeah.
That's why I made the joke. Like, you know, what's more sympathetic, throwing your child in jail or killing him for his incompetence?
Yeah. Yeah. Which part of Plagueis did you like better? The part where we're following Plagueis or where it focused on Sidious?
I think I kind of like the in-between period where they were kind of like focusing on both of them.
Yes.
Like, I think I did like some of the Plagueis stuff a little more because it seemed like like stuff was trying to go full circle for him, but like it ended up kind of blowing up in his face unexpectedly.
Mm-hmm. I really like the beginning where he takes out Tenebris. Spoilers, just in case anyone. And then he has to make his way in the Woebegone and take out the crew. And then he hunts the Tenebris's other potential apprentices. I liked those first handful of chapters a lot. It's my favorite part when I reread this book.
Nice.
Yeah. And maybe I'm a little biased because one of those apprentices is a Nautolan.
A Nautolan Sith?
a potential Nautilin Sith.
What?
Wait, are you referencing the training academy that Sidious takes Maul to?
Nope.
Because that did have a Nautilin in it, but I can't remember.
Because in Plagueis, there's I think there's 3. There's an Iktashi, a Nautilin, and then a shapeshifter one, a Shiido, I think, and like a casino.
Oh, the casino. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's when he was hunting for potential apprentices.
Yes.
I was thinking of something else. I think I was thinking more of Lucino's short story Restraint, which is at the back of I think like the latest editions of Darth Maul Shadowhunter.
Mm-hmm.
Not the ELCs though, because according to my buddy, none of the short stories by Lucino are in the back of the ELC.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity
Yeah,
and a shame.
I found out about that. I'm like, are you kidding me? He's like, nope, not. I'm like, oh crap, that sucks.
Yep. All right, Scarlet. What's your favorite part of Darth Plagueis?
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. Like you said, it's just like a great novel, but definitely like, you know, so many good parts. But definitely my favorite is like, you know, I guess the ending. You know, the last like 100 pages where you see that like you kind of get like this big reveal. You know.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I know you guys read it, but
Yeah.
You know, for the stream, you know.
I think everyone that's watching has probably read this book.
You finally get to understand the real tragedy of it all.
Yes. And this is the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. We finally get the backstory on that scene.
But, you know, it kind of, that whole ending kind of, it's like a full circle moment of how, like, Bid the Sith kind of caused their own destruction. And, you know, it was kind of it was thanks to Plagueis, you know, that led to the conception of the Chosen One, you know, because the Force kind of reacted, you know.
True.
So it's kind of poetic, you know. The Sith leads to their own destruction. And I thought that was really cool, you know. And also, like, you know, kind of cool to know that Plagueis was there during the Phantom Menace the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, really cool. I was like on my seats when I got to that part, and you know,
yeah,
it's pretty mind blowing. You know, even to this.
Yeah,
you know, even
and then it makes you want to go rewatch the movie, and you're like, oh, Plagueis is just over there in this scene where he's
watching from this balcony.
Yeah, exactly.
If you were to make like a different special edition, you could add Plagueis just right there. If you look very closely, it's pretty cool.
All right, Nazo, what's your favorite part of this book?
I think my favorite was one of the ones, I can't remember exactly the same, but it was when he was investigating Anakin, and he literally says in the book, is like, are we undone? Have you undone us? He even had a vision earlier of a black-clad figure breathing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is probably the EU book that I would most want made into like a movie or a TV show or something like that.
Yeah.
I think there's a fan film. Like
there is.
Yeah, by Productions.
Yes.
Yeah, think he's almost done.
I think he had to delete some of it, but I think he's working on bringing it back up.
Yeah, he's working on the third part, which I think is the final part, I believe.
What do you guys think of Palpatine's like backstory?
Well, I have a strong suspicion his first name is Kasinga Jr.
Hmm. I could believe that.
Back in his rebellious teen years.
Yeah. A little bit of a delinquent.
Likes to call himself Palpatine.
Yeah.
I refuse to go by Kasinga Jr.
Yep. Yep. All right. Anything else on Plagueis before we move on?
I appreciate that this novel kind of just acknowledges that Palpatine was like kind of just born evil, you know? Like no
Yeah.
sympathy. Because
Yeah,
I feel
pretty much.
I
Yeah.
think like I do think some some villains are just, born evil, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of do appreciate that
Yeah.
part. In a world where like, every villain is like tries to be like sympathetic or nuanced and all
Yeah.
that.
I'm glad they didn't do that with Palpatine.
Yeah,
Well,
I
he
think
was just an innocent little boy, and then Plagueis came along and corrupted him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just like how this acknowledges Palpatine as like the representation of evil,
Mm-hmm.
so I thought that was kind of cool,
Yeah.
because I think some Sith like actually do just start off as evil, You have your Palpatines and then you have your Vaders, and it's cool, I like some variety.
Yep. All right. Move on to Cloak of Deception.
Woohoo!
Spelled deception. Have you read this, Scarlett?
Oh no, but
Oh, you haven't read it?
no, but I've heard stuff about it.
It is referenced in Plagueis.
Yep. There's things that happen in that gets referenced.
Does this one have a certain bird lady?
Donuts.
It does have a certain bird lady.
Who is it?
Pasta.
Vergier,
She's in this?
a.k.a. Deandra.
She's in this?
Yeah, she's kind of background.
Oh. Well, Vergeer wasn't on my radar back when I read this. I wouldn't have known who that was anyways.
Nazel's favorite character.
All right, Nazo, talk about Cloak of Deception, your favorite. But maybe don't go heavy in spoilers since Scarlett hasn't read it.
If you like the movie The Phantom Menace, you would definitely enjoy this novel. There's a lot here that builds up the tension of the situation.
Although I don't think Qui-Gon Jinn is as well written as he could be in this book.
I've heard.
No.
Go on.
Sorry about that. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
I've heard the complaint that he's not written as well as he is in, say, like the Jude Watson book. I didn't have an issue with how he was written. I thought he was written just fine. He has like his own sort of way of life, like his own sort of ambition. It's just not like the typical ambition.
Mm-hmm.
And like I enjoy Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, but they're really more like kind of more background characters in this book. This one's a bit more about Palpatine and Valorum.
Yep.
This book does a really good job at fleshing out Valorum.
Yes, that's the best part of the book.
It fleshes out Palpatine a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It shows him a very savvy manipulator, even when he's not, the other persona.
Yeah.
And it kind of just sets up the events of the Phantom Menace, how how things got built up, how Valorum got accused of corruption, and why
Mhm.
he's basically politically stuck and unable to help with the Naboo crisis.
Yep.
It did have a nice appearance of Tarkin, which I thought was interesting.
Wilholf Tarkin or his dad?
Wilhuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, did you know in the audiobook of Cloak of Deception, Adi Gallia's lightsaber is described as crimson, but in the actual book, it is azure. I did not know that.
He must be describing the abridged audiobook. We are supposed to be getting an unabridged soon, which is great.
Oh, yes. That's the only good thing about these Essential Legends collection things.
Oh yeah, no, we're supposed to be I think this month we're getting Cloak of Deception, Labyrinth of Evil,
Yes.
or maybe it's September. I have to check again.
I think it's
But in
August.
November we're getting the last two X-wing books, Isard's Revenge and Starfighters of Adamar.
Oh, Starfighters of Adamar's so good.
It is. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. I still haven't read Mercy Kill. I heard people aren't a big fan of it, but I'll check it out once I'm past Fate of the Jedi.
Yeah, same.
But let's
All
get
right.
back to the core. Cloak of Deception is a great political thriller. So if you're not a big fan of politics, it's probably not going to be for you, but it is really good, really interesting, and really well at setting up the events of the Phantom Menace.
True. All right. You ready to move on?
Yes, we have 2 Darth Maul books, if I recall.
Yep. First up is Shadowhunter. Scarlett, have you read Shadowhunter?
Shadow Lord.
No, Darth Maul Shadowhunter.
Shadow Lord's the TV show.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I read that one.
All right. What are your thoughts on the start of Matt Reeves' little connected book series of characters?
The Reeves verse.
To be honest with you, it's not one of my favorites. It's not bad. It just didn't resonate with me as well as some of his other books did.
I agree with that.
What?
Yeah, it's got some really good like Darth Maul inner monologue and
Maul stuff's
action
good.
scenes.
Yeah.
And I like Lauren Provon and his sort of friendship with I5YQ, which I5YQ, one of the best droids ever written.
I agree with that. He's a fun character.
But the book itself, I thought it would be more interesting.
Yeah.
It's just not as interesting as it could have been.
I got kind of bored of being on Coruscant.
You probably wouldn't last well with the Coruscant Knights trilogy then.
I've read that puppy.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Did you like those ones?
Well, we'll get there maybe today.
All right. Those will be a while from now. That's past Rise of the Empire. That's the dark times. But yeah, we'll get there.
That'll probably be another stream, honestly.
Yeah.
We're an hour and a half already. And we're only 3 books in, plus a handful of comics.
Well, we're just talking about the Phantom Menace level stuff.
Oh, really?
It really gets more full when you get to the Attack of the Clones, Clone Wars stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
he doesn't shout Kenobi in any of these novels because he has no idea who Kenobi is.
He hasn't met him yet.
He's really more in these novels. He's really more of the weapon. He's more focused on like doing his master's will.
Hmm.
Which, by the way, if you haven't read it, there's a really great short Darth Maul comic. It's how he gets his double-bladed lightsaber called Nameless.
I did read that.
It's one of the ones in Tales, and it's
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm like, yes, this is exactly who Maul is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Not some screaming maniac in a desert. He's
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say on Shadowhunter.
it's a good. I'd say it's a decent start to the Michael Reeves books, but not one of my favorites. It's one of my buddy Jonathan's favorites, so he loved this book.
Yeah. People like this book. I prefer another Darth Maul book.
We're going to talk about Lockdown.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Speaking of Kenobi, I think the audiobook, unabridged audiobook, is voiced by Sam Witwer himself.
That's for Darth Maul Shadowhunter. For both the novel Kenobi as well as this novel, Maul Lockdown, it's Jonathan Davis, which Jonathan Davis is one of my, he's legit my favorite.
Doesn't he do Plagueis?
No, that's Daniel Davis.
Well, it was a Davis. I knew that.
That's Niles from The Nanny.
Ah, okay.
I kept making jokes of can you imagine him reading this to Mr. Sheffield's kids?
Scarlett, have you read this one?
No, I haven't read this one, but
Oh, you haven't read this one?
I know I heard Maul meets a certain alien race.
Yeah, he kills a Yuson Vong in it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And a Chiss.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
There's one word I would use to describe this book because of who the author is. He's the same guy behind Red Harvest and Death Troopers.
Yeah.
And I think this is, of the three, this is his best. The one word I would use to describe this book is brutal.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Absolutely brutal.
Yeah. It's good. Oh, okay.
So I heard.
Yeah, I was kind of like again, I hadn't read any serious, this is early on, I hadn't read any serious EU novels yet.
Yeah.
And so, well, I had read novels that I enjoyed or took seriously, but I hadn't read one like this dark or, this early on yet. So when I got to it, I'm like, oh, wow, there's some blood and crunch going on here.
Yeah. 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 This is my favorite of Joe Schreiber's books.
I think I lost connection.
Oh, really? I can still hear you.
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
Nazo?
all right. I think we're done talking about Lockdown since I'm not going to go into heavy. That means we are going to the Phantom Menace novelization.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Have you read that, Scarlett?
Yes, that I did read that one. And yeah, I mean it's kind of like there is some interesting stuff, but yeah, for the most part it is like the movie,
Yeah, it's the movie. It does add some stuff with Anakin and the Tusken Raider before on Tatooine before they land on Tatooine. I think that's the only thing that it adds. It does have some of the deleted scenes in it, I believe.
I'm back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I have not read The Phantom Menace yet.
Oh,
Spoiler alert, Qui-Gon dies.
yeah. Darth Maul gets cut in half.
Well, when it comes to the movie books, I don't mind spoilers.
because you already know what happens in them. Well,
For the most part, I know there's like a detail here or there that I haven't. Which, by the way, I finished the novelization of Return of the Jedi already.
nice.
I got to do the radio drama, deleted scenes, maybe like a video game here or there.
All right, you'll be prepared for November then.
Yeah, I want to be. It's my favorite film, so I can.
Good.
November.
Gonna do a Return of the Jedi stream.
Nice.
Yep. Anyways, all right. Well, yeah, there's not much to say about the Episode 1 novelization. It's the weakest of the prequel trilogy novelizations because it doesn't do very much besides tell the story. Fun fact, Aroni and Cheese, the German audiobooks for the prequel trilogy audiobooks are narrated by Philip Moog, the German dubbing voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Meaning
Oh,
that
that's
Obi-Wan
cool.
did the sand rant, I am the Senate, and all the other prequel memes. Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Next is Rogue Planet, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, now we're getting to the post Phantom Menace era.
Rogue Planet.
just like another note, I think the Phantom Menace novelization is like the first like reference like to or appearance of Darth Bane. Supposedly.
I think that's true. Rogue Planet. Hello? Click. There you go. All right. Scarlett, have you read this one?
No.
Okay.
Am I missing out?
Not really.
I would recommend reading it as a prelude to New Jedi Order.
Wait. Is that the one with the Burtley?
Vergier, yes, this one also features Vergier.
Yeah, they're looking for her in this.
Oh, man, I'm curious. Which one is the one with like the backstory for Vergier?
Yeah, I'm thinking Destiny's Way. Haven't recently read that. Yeah.
Because I've noticed some prequel novels like mention her because like she's from like the prequel era. So
Cloak of Deception mentions her. This one features her, like a message she left. And then she's mentioned in Outbound Flight as well.
Yeah, she might be mentioned in the Revenge of the Sith novelization, but I could be wrong. I'm not. It's been a while since I've read it, and
I wasn't sure. Did she get a mention in Plagueis? Seems like she would.
I don't know. She could have. I feel like she probably did. The OT novelizations were narrated by Wolfgang Pompel, the German dubbing voice of Han Solo. Nice.
Oh, cool. You think he would have done the dubbing for the Han Solo trilogy if they'd gotten to it?
Yeah. All right, Rogue Planet. It's a mission with Obi-Wan and Anakin. It's set like 3 years after the Phantom Menace, I think. And they go to Zonama
I think it's actually more a
Sakat.
year because Anakin is still like, I think he's like 11 now or 10.
Well, it's a couple years, a year, 2, 3, whatever.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And they go to Zonama Sakat, the living planet, and things happen. I won't go into more detail than that. And yes, this book does have some relevance to later on in NJO. But we'll move on to what's the next one?
We doing a
Outbound
comic or a
Flight.
novel?
Outbound Flight is what we'll do next.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, so you're a fan, I take it.
That is a very good one. Yes.
I enjoyed that too.
I can't blame you.
I thought it was good. Pretty good. Outbound Flight. Hmm. Well, I'm a little behind on the stream, but I enjoyed Shadowhunter a lot. Huh, nice. Glad to hear it.
Nice, man. But yeah, Outbound Flight was partially Sabayoth's excuse to look for Vergeer, but it was also partially so that they could set up in another galaxy, so that Jedi were in charge. And people think it was just the clone, but no, Sabayoth always had that ego.
Yeah. He is not the model Jedi.
Absolutely, no. He's the authoritarian Jedi.
Yeah.
He's like, the Jedi are smarter than you and they know better than you. Like,
Yeah.
if it was Yoda, for example, Yoda would have like said that, but in like a more humble and respectful way. Sabayoth just says it.
Yep.
Yeah, Sabayoth was wild back then.
Yeah. And I enjoyed this because this is kind of like a prequel trilogy adventure book. I enjoyed that. Because I read
think this was, yeah. But
I read this. Let's see, it would have been. Oh, I don't know. Right? Did I read it before? Because I read it when I read a bunch of other Timothy Zahn books together. Because I read this and Survivor's Quest, and I think the duology together are pretty close together. So, Grey Lockdown is Schreiber's best Star Wars novel.
Wow.
Yeah. But, yeah, because this connects with Survivor's Quest.
it connects with Survivor's Quest and the Thrawn trilogy, which is
Yeah.
just Tim Zahn flexing his universe.
Pretty much. He likes to write his own characters for the most part.
That's why Scoundrels was one of my favorite novels.
The Zonverse.
Yeah, well, I liked it because it had nothing to do with Thrawn or Mara. Not that I disliked those characters, but it was nice to see
Take a
him
break
branch
from
off.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like
Plus, who doesn't like
Scoundrels.
a good heist book?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
But yeah, Outbound Flight is fantastic. Well worth its accolades.
Yeah, you get more Thrawn, which is awesome.
You don't just get Thrawn, you get characters like Kinman Doriana, a character that definitely gets the occasional mention in the old EU around the Clone Wars time.
That's
You
true.
get the first appearance of George Cardass.
Isn't
get,
that Talon Card's mentor?
Yeah,
Yeah, I liked that guy.
yeah. They actually made him look like George Lucas because they weren't sure what he would look like, so they just made him look like Lucas, like a young Lucas.
Yeah.
George Lucas himself.
I wonder
Yeah.
if anyone ever told George, yeah, they made a character that looks exactly like you, but in the audiobook you sound kind of like Marlon Brando when he was the mobster in Godfather.
Oh, really?
You listen to the audiobooks?
Yeah, I love the audiobooks.
Yeah. That's Mark Thompson, right, for this one?
Yeah, well, he did do this. I haven't listened to this version. I'm going to listen to this version when my dad and I get around to it.
Okay.
Look at they massacred my boy.
But yeah, this is really good. You get Lorana Jinsler, I believe her name is.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
And isn't
Oh.
her brother in this book as well?
He is, and then he gets a follow-up in Survivor's Quest, which is cool.
Oh. What
Yeah.
book should I read after the Bacta Wars?
I would definitely start with Wraith Squadron
Bacta Wars.
because
That's
I'm assuming you've read all the Stackpole
a pretty good one.
first 4 X-wing books.
Yeah, you could read Wraith Squadron, but what if they want to take a break from X-wings and that?
Dawn of the Jedi. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my
No.
god, no!
Straight
That
through
one is
X-wing.
awful.
Yeah, so you could read Wraith Squadron if you want to take a break from X-wing stuff. You could read. You could read Courtship of Princess Leia. If
Or
you
go
would
back
like.
and read Scoundrels. That's a good one.
You could do that. You could read The Truce at Bakura if you haven't read that yet.
Good
It's a
one.
little bit back in the timeline, but yeah.
Or Luke Skywalker in the Shadows of Mindor.
Oh, you enjoyed that?
I did.
Oh, good for you.
As far as a follow-up to Shatterpoint, it was surprisingly good.
Oh, okay.
You love that book, right, Walrus?
No.
Another person who didn't like the Mace Windu adventure.
We'll get there.
We will.
Anything else on Outbound Flight?
Just that it's a good book and you should read it. Other than that, now I don't think there's much worth saying without spoilers.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
It's got Obi-Wan and Anakin in it.
Mm.
Yes.
It's fun.
Thrawn and his brother Thras.
Yep.
Got some cool.
You learn a little of Chiss stuff in this book. You get a little more tidbits and things like that if you're interested in the Chiss.
Yeah. I think it deserves like all its praises, you know. I think it really goes to show how some EU authors like were able to connect like some of the old Republic mentions, because you know it was pretty rough because
Yeah.
there's only so much that they could talk about during like the Bantam era. So I think Zahn was able to connect it to the prequels pretty well. So it's just cool to see how Zahn connects like his own universe, you know, his own lore to like the prequels. And
Well, he didn't just connect his own lore; he connected other people's.
Yeah, he did.
yeah. And
He
it's
didn't
also
have. He didn't have to make a reference to Vergir, but he did anyway.
yes, I mean
Yep.
connects pretty well. And there is another one that really stood out to me and surprised me about like Thrawn. And I don't know if I
Yeah.
could spoil it, but you probably know what it is. Like Thrawn's whole like mission, you know,
Yeah.
he was in the unknown regions. That was just like pretty mind blowing for me, you know.
Yeah. All right. Before we do the approaching storm, is Outbound Flight Timothy Zahn's best Star Wars book?
No,
Oh
Okay.
man, that's a tough question. It's definitely one of my favorites, but I feel like the Thrawn trilogy is just a whole nother level, you know.
Mm.
But I like Outbound Flight a lot, you know. It's hard to pick. I haven't read all of Zahn's novels, but I really like Outbound Flight. But I also like other books, you know. It's pretty tough. I don't know where I would rank this, but I really like Outbound Flights.
That's pretty good.
I
Yeah.
was impressed, you know. And also like I know Thrawn and like George Cardass's like, you know, all
Yeah.
their stories are cool, like the standouts, but I actually like the Jinsler stuff. Like
Yes.
I thought I thought the stories with the Jinsler family was pretty interesting, you know. It's also kind
Mhm.
of kind of sad too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the way that ends, you know. And if you want like more story, you're gonna have to read Survivor's Quest because you know
Yes.
Survivor's Quest, Outbound Flight is like the prologue,
Yep.
and Survivor's Quest is like the epilogue for the Outbound Flight project.
Yep.
And, you know, I've heard people say this is like if Star Wars was like Star Trek, you know, like Outbound Flight goes to seek other worlds, which I think is pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Nazo, anything else on Outbound Flight?
Nah, I think I already said my piece.
All right. The Approaching Storm.
Love this book.
I enjoyed this book as well.
Yeah. I know
Scarlet?
most people don't, which shocks me. I'm like, this is
Yes. I've heard that.
the reason why it shocks me is because like this is a very small scale story, and yet it actually has some pretty high scale stakes.
Yeah.
Darn.
Scarlet, have you read this one?
No. Unfortunately, I listen to some people that don't like this book.
Oh,
It has the Yoda lesson in it, which is one of my favorite things about it.
I mean, it's not the best book you're ever going to read, but I thought it was good. An enjoyable little read.
I thought it was a nice, simple little story.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
I
takes
liked it
place
better than
right
Rogue
before-
Planet.
Oh, totally. Totally. This takes place right before Attack of the Clones. This is what Obi-Wan and Anakin are doing before they get to Coruscant and have to watch over Padme.
Wow.
Yep.
They actually work with because you get a bit of fleshing out with Luminara Unduli and
And Barasafi.
Barasafi. What's funny? I think I brought this up on a previous stream, didn't I?
Possibly.
But what's funny is that people complain in it that from Luminara and Dooley that like she's worried about Barris falling down a hole, and
Oh,
everybody thinks
yeah.
that's stupid. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, then you look at a book like I can't remember if it's Spectre of the Past or Vision of the Future. Mara Jade actually falls down a hole, and nobody thinks that's stupid. Is it just me, or am I seeing a little author bias there?
I don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah, because you get
It's
the
possible and
juxtaposition.
bloody likely.
Yeah, you get the juxtaposition between how Luminara does how she teaches Barris and how Obi-Wan and Anakin work together. Very different.
Very different training styles.
Yep. So, yeah. You should eventually read this, Scarlet. I don't think this is like a priority.
It's not revolutionary, but it's good.
Yeah. It's worth a read, I feel like.
Written by Alan Dean Foster himself. I feel like we wouldn't have the EU if it wasn't for him, which is surprising.
Yeah. He's written some good stuff, at least what I've read so far. Close.
Exploring the Mind's Eye, the first Star Wars novelization.
All right. Oh, Nazo hasn't read this. Scarlet,
have
you
not.
read this?
Huh?
Have you read this, Scarlet?
Yes, I read this one.
People,
Okay.
I know you said that the Phantom Menace is the worst novelization, but people have told me that this one is the worst because R.A. Salvatore makes no references here to anything else. I think even Terry Brooks made a reference here and there from what I've heard from the Phantom Menace one, but
That's
he
probably true
yeah.
because I don't recall anything standing out. But I would say Phantom Menace is worse because this book actually adds a little bit. This book takes a little bit of time and focuses a little bit more on Anakin and Padme's relationship and fleshing that out somewhat.
Nice.
It does, however, kind of zip through the Battle of Geonosis, though. So there's pros and cons, I guess.
Does it
Unfortunately.
include the missing fight scene stuff for the lightsaber
No, not
duel?
really. No. It does the bare minimum with Geonosis. What do you guys think
Oh,
about
wow.
Death Troopers?
I consider it the least of Joe Schreiber's novels for EU. It's not bad. I like it and I dislike it for the same reason.
I know exactly what you're thinking about.
Yeah, you do.
It's what,
'Cause you-
it's what bothers most people. I enjoyed the book. It was fun.
Well,
I'm not-
you look at it and you hear that character's name, or rather, you see that character, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Well, I know who's going to make it out unharmed."
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. 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 Scarlett, have you read Death Troopers?
No, but I've heard like what you're talking about. The
Yeah,
ending.
you
yes.
know, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've heard people talk about it.
Yeah. We're not going to say it just in case there's someone who hasn't read it. I don't want to ruin it until you get to that, but yeah, it was fun. But yeah, back to Attack of the Clones novel. Yeah, it was a book.
So it does the bare minimum. Yeah, because I do want to reference when we
With
get back to the
Geonosis.
comics. Well, when we get back to the comics around this era, I do want to reference a detail from Geonosis that was in one of the comics.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, we can get back to it.
First EU book. Huh. You have to start somewhere.
True. You always have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I think my first official ever finished one was First Contact, or not First Hard Contact.
Republic.
Not a great
Commando,
start.
huh? Depends on if you're a Republic Commando fan or not.
I am, but that's not a great start.
What? I like that book.
It's okay.
That's kind of why I said it's not a great start, because it didn't suck me into the series right away.
Okay.
It felt kind of generic.
Anyways, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones. Yeah. It's got the deleted scenes for the most part in it. Yeah.
Apparently not all of them when you told me it does the bare minimum for the fight.
Yeah, the Geonosis part's a little disappointing, but still fun to read. Yeah.
Mm.
Do we want to do the pre-Attack of the Clones comic books? We don't have to talk about them majorly, but we can just tell you which ones we can recommend.
Sure. I don't know where to start with that, so you just start.
Scarlet, Jango Fett open seasons, like it or not?
Wait, what did you say?
Open season.
Oh, we're backtracking a bit to the
stuff.
comics prior to Attack of the Clones.
You said Jango Fett open seasons.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it or don't.
Oh, I really like it. It's a cool comic.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. So yeah, that's one we would highly recommend you check out, Walrus. A good origin story for Jango Fett.
Yeah, I'm a big Jango Fett fan, so.
Oh, you definitely like it.
Oh yeah. Well, I know bits and pieces about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also recommend Republic, which you already know to check out eventually.
Yes, I'm
Um,
aware.
And then, of course, the duology comic, which is Jango Fett and Zam Wessel.
I have the Zem Wessel one.
That's part 2 of the duology. You need the Jango Fett one as well.
All right.
I'm wondering if it's because I'm trying to remember if it's all in the same omnibus or not. Because I might recommend you an omnibus that has it all. If the one I have is, I'll send it to
Probably
you via DM later.
It might be in the Menace Revealed omnibus that's coming out.
Well,
It has
yeah,
Jango
I was
Fett
just
and
talking about the
seasons
old
in it.
Dark Horse omnibuses because I think those are
Oh,
still
yeah.
around. Yeah,
Are there any good Boba Fett books? Boba Fett books.
Boba Fett we do later on. Don't worry about those.
What about the Kid Boba Fett novels?
I would recommend that over Bounty Hunter Wars trilogy. Because Bounty Hunter
I
Wars
would only.
trilogy is-
I was not a huge fan of either one of those.
What?
Yeah, but I'd rather read about Kid Boba Fett. 'Cause those books are short. You could. That
is true.
that's a few hours reading.
At
Bounty
least the first and second one are like I think back to back.
I think so. Hey, that's my first EU books. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
The first one, oh, then that wasn't a really great start. I'm just kidding. Whatever your start was your start, but
Hey, as a kid,
yeah.
I didn't make
But,
the best decisions.
What was I gonna say? Because I'm trying to think of any other comics that were around that time. There is a comic called Star Wars Visionaries, though that goes across the timeline like Tales.
What have you read? What's it called? Boba
Emissaries?
Fett, Twin Engines of Destruction.
Yeah, that is a really good comic.
So is that a good Boba Fett story?
It is. It is a very good one.
All right, there you go, Nova. There's something Boba Fett.
It's not a novel, but it's Boba's really good in most of the comics, except for Enemy of the Empire. Enemy of the Empire, that one was just bad.
There's not really any Boba Fett novels. I mean, there's Bounty Hunter Wars trilogy, but that's garbage. I wouldn't. You could read Boba Fett's tale in the Tales from the Bounty Hunters. I would
that one
recommend
was
that.
pretty good.
I think he's in Legacy of the Force.
He is, but I can't recommend something I haven't read.
I can at least recommend Boba Fett a Practical Man if you've already read Vector Prime.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good little novella for Boba Fett, and
Yeah.
Does anyone would Shadows of the Empire comic kind of count? Since that's like
I would say the Force Unleashed 2 comic counts more as a Boba story. Because even though the Shadows of the Empire comic was more focused on Boba Fett, it still managed to get a lot of the headspace of the characters.
yeah, Boba Fett. All right,
But let's
Attack of the
get back.
Clones. Well, Boba Fett is in Attack of the Clones, so
Yeah.
it's not.
And then
super
there's
off topic.
there's a couple of these short comics that are in. I think they're in the Menace Revealed omnibus, the Dark Horse one. I don't know if they're going to be in. They probably will be in the later Menace Revealed one. But there's a couple of action figure comics. Well, not action, but like back in the day when the toys were coming out.
Action figures.
Well, some action figures, some of it was like a lightsaber toy or a Jedi Starfighter toy, and they came with like a little comic.
Mm-hmm.
Most of which take place before Attack of the Clones, or at least the first two did. The other two take place during Attack of the Clones. The two that take place during Attack of the Clones is like for a Republic LAAT gunship toy. And it's pretty much just Yoda commanding a clone saying, this ship is very good. Like the one I want to put the spotlight on though, because when I recently heard about some of the scenes that were cut from Attack of the Clones for like the Yoda Dooku fight,
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, this was in the comic book. This particular deleted cut scene. So there is, I think it's called a Jedi's Weapon. One of those 4 comics that takes place during Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
It's literally about Anakin and Obi-Wan, when they fight and lose against Dooku, and then Yoda fighting against Dooku, and then Dooku picking up Obi-Wan's like temporary blue lightsaber
Yeah.
and fighting Yoda with both his red one and the blue one.
Oh, is it in Tails?
No, it's not in Tales. It's in these short comics. I'll have to send you what the comics look like. 2 of the
Okay.
short comics, by the way, one of them is like a short Anakin and Obi-Wan like training adventure. The other one is like Obi-Wan running into Jango Fett before he ran into Jango Fett during the movie. So,
Okay.
but in that short comic, I saw that scene where he's using both lightsabers, and I'm like, wait a minute, I recently found out about the deleted scene where he used 2 lights. So that's why I was like, wait, so you're telling me R.A. Salvatore never added that scene into the book?
Yeah.
That is either George kept him in the dark about like the final scene, or he intentionally like kept the Battle of Geonosis shoddy.
Could be either.
Man, I kind of think like the Attack of the Clones novelization might be like my second favorite of all like the novelizations.
I wonder what your first is. It's obviously
Yeah, you probably know
Return of the
it is.
Jedi.
We'll get there, but yeah, I kind of yeah, you said like the last 50 pages, he just Salvatore kind of speed runs it because
Yeah.
he's
Yep.
has to wrap it up, which is kind of funny, but I do kind of like how it fleshes out Anakin and Padme's relationship, and it kind of makes it more believable, because people like have issues with their relationship in Attack of the Clones, but I like
Yeah.
how the novelization kind of fleshes it out and kind of shows like Padme's perspective, where it's kind of
Oh no!
he uses Anakin and
Tell me we're not talking about this one.
Why? What's wrong with it?
I'm just gonna be brief, but
Yeah.
It's
I've actually never read this one, but the things that I've heard is that it's like a few sparse EU references, and then that's it.
I've only read 80 pages of it, and I put it down. I was done.
You're gonna talk about the Clone Wars novels?
Yeah, well, we're already jumping into the Clone Wars since I can't recommend any more comics. Because I can't talk about Republic. Republic is like the majority of the multimedia project Clone Wars comics, so I can't talk about those because
They're all
Walrus hasn't
good.
read them yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna go use the
What
bathroom.
is they are all good? Okay, they are all good. Well, you're not missing anything. This is the perfect book to go use the bathroom on.
Yeah, if you're taking like a 2-3 hour dump, which I don't know why you would, but if you're taking one, this is the perfect thing to read while you're trying to push something out.
Yeah, I'll be back in a bit.
All right. Public is peak Star Wars.
Absolutely, it is peak.
Speaking of peak Star Wars, we've got the Clone Wars. No. Well, obviously, I can't speak to its quality. I only read 80 pages.
I haven't read it yet. I just heard bad things about it.
Yeah,
But
the reason why I didn't continue is I just don't feel like we needed a novelization for the Clone Wars movie. So
it felt like kind of an afterthought because they had novelizations for like George's 6 films. So like, oh,
Yeah.
we need a book for this.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Apparently
really-
not.
We really didn't. No. So, yeah. Yeah, I would have rather have gotten some other Karen Travis Star Wars book over this. Well, that's about it with that. It's great. Hooray. It's not worth reading. Then we're going on to Wild Space. Is Wild Space the good one?
Boo!
Is Wild Space the good one?
No, Wild Space sucks.
Is that the one by Karen Miller?
Yes,
Yeah, I only like
I
the
cannot
beginning and-
understand for the life of me. Like, both my buddy Jonathan and Matt Wilkins like this book, and I cannot understand why.
I only like the beginning and the end of this book. The middle was boring.
I will give credit where credit's due. It does do a good job fleshing out Obi-Wan and Bale's friendship, but that's it.
Yeah.
Everything, like, Palpatine is hilariously incompetent in this book. Like, hilariously incompetent.
Yeah. Oh,
He had me baffled at some of his decisions that he made in this book.
holy. This book
Not
is,
to mention this book also kind of contradicts Revenge of the Sith novelization a little bit.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for those that aren't aware of this, what this book's about, Obi-Wan and Bale, they go to a Sith planet. There you go.
Hijinks ensue, but they're not fun.
Yeah. Well, most of the book is them on their ship, and it's their interactions on the ship. Like, that's most of the book. And it's long.
They do connect to an episode of the Clone Wars cartoon, but that's about it.
The 2003 one or the 2008?
The 2008 one.
Oh, well, is that a good thing?
Not entirely. It depends on if you're a fan of the show and you're like, oh, I remember during this scene.
I used to be
So
a fan
this is
of
what
it.
Obi-Wan was doing.
I used to be a fan of that show, but then I got into the EU. This book I like. I enjoyed
Yeah,
this
no,
one.
No Prisoners is actually good.
Yeah, it's got Pelion in it.
Callista,
Yeah, it's got the what's that sect of Jedi called?
the Altesian Jedi
yeah,
is what I call them.
yeah, basically the Jedi that have families.
Which, by the way, if you're a fan of Corellian Jedi are just Altesian Jedi who are too lazy to leave their homeworld.
Yeah.
Green dots.
Is that a subtle dig at Corran Horn?
It is a subtle dig of Corran Horn. How did you figure that out?
Ah, well, he is Corellian.
You know how much I love Corran Horn
Yeah,
and
he's
his
awesome.
egotistical Jedi way.
Ah, you.
I genuinely do not hate Corran. I'm just like, yeah, having an ego is not a good thing for a Jedi. Like, at all.
True. Yeah. And in this book, doesn't Pelion yell at Ahsoka for walking around wearing
Yeah,
her-
he literally tells her, like, a legit, like, commanding officer, like, yeah, put
Yeah.
some clothes on.
Yeah.
You're gonna dress like a proper officer when you're on a ship.
Yeah.
He would. I think he would have lost it had he seen Ayla Secura how she walks around.
True.
It's like, you can't presume to tell a Jedi. Actually, he wouldn't even be able to order her to put some clothes on.
Yeah. But Ahsoka's just a Padawan.
Or a
She can be
commander.
pushed
So yeah,
around.
that would. Yeah. But yeah, no Prisoners was actually really good. I was
Mhm.
not expecting. It's kind of spoilery, but I was not expecting Pelion to have a love interest.
Oh yeah. That's true. What's her name?
Oh, it's been a while. I can't
I
remember.
know, yeah.
But she was a New Republic, or not New Republic, a Republic spy. I remember that much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is a good book.
It is a good book. What's next? Oh, great. Garbage. We're still delving into the pile of garbage that is Siege and Gambit. Ugh.
Oh, the Gambit duology, Stealth and Siege. Yeah, no, those are like they're not as bad as Wild Space. They're to me they were just kind of mid and forgettable.
Yeah, whatever. We'll just-
I do,
Why is it?
I remember the Fat Nemoidian being involved from the Clone Wars cartoon, and like
Not Dodd.
yeah, I remember Lot Dodd.
Yeah,
I think that's his name.
yeah, because I remember he's. I am Lot Dodd of the Separatist Alliance.
Yeah, I remember Lot Dodd and like this scientist lady he was abusing, and that Obi-Wan had like another love interest. With, like-
there was a little thing between them.
Well, if you remember, there was a thing with Siri Tachi, and then the cartoon added the thing with Satine, and
Yeah.
then this adds with like some blue-haired Jedi girl.
As you do.
Yeah, who's like slowly dying of like
Oh, that's
know, like-
right. Yeah,
like the space
God.
equivalent of cancer.
she got space cancer. or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, yeah.
she's dying, so I'm like, okay.
Is she introduced into this, or is she from other? something
She's
else?
introduced in this book, and they imply that she's doomed to die in the next one.
Oh, okay. I will say one positive thing on this. I like the cover.
Yeah, the covers are all right.
Yeah, but that's about it.
May I recommend TCW books that are actually good, other than No Prisoners?
Oh, what's that?
Because I have a few recommendations, unless you're going to look at them already.
What are they?
So there are the Clone Wars Secret Missions books. Those are all done by Ryder Winham. It's about the Chiss Jedi Nuru Kongorama.
Secret mission.
There's 4 of them.
Secret.
They're like
mission.
short like young reader books, but they're very well done.
Is this one of them?
Yeah, that's the 3rd one.
All right. So they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I would actually recommend these to anybody, even if you're not a fan of the TCW cartoon. These are actually quite well written.
Nice.
And then another one I would recommend it was like one of the last things to be officially released for the EU in like 2015. Abel J. Pena's
Skywalkers.
Yeah. That
I
one
like
is
the cover of that.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's got gargoyles on it.
Well, those are the same the people of the planet Sky from the original Marvel run.
Well, that's a gargoyle. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're basically like these people with wings, and those characters originally appeared in the 1997 comic series in their first annual.
Yeah, you get some Disney gargoyles vibes from them.
I mean, I would say that, yeah.
Yeah. So this
But
is
this-
a really good story. Well worth.
Yeah, surprisingly, really like you. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it unless you've at least read like Jedi Apprentice. Oh, I almost forgot the follow-up series Jedi Quest.
Jedi Quest.
Definitely read those comics, or not comics, novels. They take place. They're basically Anakin and Obi-Wan's adventures, much like how Jedi Apprentice was Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan's.
Basically, read anything that Jude Watson wrote.
Yeah, this book references Jude Watson. It references the original Marvel run, and it somewhat references TCW.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's why I would recommend Skywalkers.
All right.
And then we have Hard Contact, my first full EU book.
This is what got you into the EU.
Well, I had already kind of decided to get into the EU because I read the comics first, but
Okay.
but this is like
Oh, you're back. All right. You didn't miss anything. We talked about a bunch of garbage books.
a couple good ones.
Yeah, there's a few.
You already talked about the no prisoners, the one with Paleon.
Yeah.
Yes, we talked about No Prisoners. Do you have any comment on that one?
I haven't read it, but I've heard
Oh.
like Paleon's in it and Callista.
It's a really good one.
and that's one I do want to read eventually. But
I also recommended Abel G. Pena's Skywalkers, one of the last ones to be released in 2015 digitally.
Does it have a physical?
Sadly, no. It's something you're going to have to print on Lulu.
Oh, all right.
See, I don't know how to print on Lulu, so if anybody could print me a book, I'd be happy to pay for it.
supposedly
Shipping and all.
Supposedly Ahsoka gets mad that like Callista, like, you know, she's like part of the Jedi that like marry and have relationships and all that.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah, she does take issue with that.
yeah.
She's like, this
Yeah.
doesn't conflict with the code with you? And Callista's like, nah.
That's kind of funny.
Nah, what code? We don't acknowledge that code here. We do our own thing.
You get a good idea of what
Anyways, Hard Contact.
And
Scarlett,
Paleon,
have you read the Republic Commando stuff?
yeah, I heard Scarlett makes Ahsoka wear a uniform over her other
Put
outfit.
some clothes on, child.
Yeah,
That's funny. Yeah,
yeah.
I heard about
That's
that.
the best part of the book.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Want to
Mhm.
read that eventually, but yeah, Republic Commando. I read all of them.
All
Even
right.
the Imperial Commando 501st. I read these,
And I
actually-
recommended the Clone Wars Secret Missions short books, Scholastic short books by Ryder Winham if you haven't checked those out.
Mm.
Oh, which ones?
Clone Wars Secret Missions, there's 4 of them. They're like really short Scholastic books.
You piqued my interest with Ryder Winham.
Yeah,
That's cool.
they are tie-ins to TCW, but even if you're not a fan of TCW, you would like these.
Cool. But yeah, I mean, I read the Commando novels. I actually do like them. I understand why some people might have issue with them, but the
Well,
Commando.
I like Republic Commando. Some of the books I'm just kind of like for example, Hard Contact for me was just kind of okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like Hard Contact. I thought it was a cool first book, and by itself it's just a cool novel, it's just a cool military, novel.
Mm.
It kind of stands on its own, but also sets up the series. So
Mhm.
I think the first book it actually really made me want to read the rest of the novels. I was pretty biased, because I love the game. So
I enjoy the game too.
the books were made for me. So this made me want to check out the next ones. So for a first book, it's pretty solid.
I thought it was just kind of a generic Clone Wars mission, but I can see why you liked it.
The series gets better because, I like the Mandalorian stuff.
Me too.
Yeah. So,
I like these versions of the Mandalorians. The real version.
yeah,
The real Mandalorians.
the real Mandalorians, not the wimps.
The Sons of Skirata.
The Clone Wars wimps. Yeah. Yeah. Um,
So what's next?
it would be is it 000 or I think it's 000.
Yeah.
000.
Triple
Yeah.
zero.
000. The
This one's
introduction
actually my favorite of the Republic Commando
Cal
books.
Skirata.
Cal Skirata, Dad of the Year.
It's one of my favorite Star Wars characters.
Mine too.
Yeah,
Damn.
The dude's literally dad.
yeah,
Dad of the Year, man. He just wants the best for his boys.
Well, like from his introduction in the novels, like when Django introduces them, when they, I just remember from 000, like in one of the first couple of chapters, one of the Kaminoan scientists wanting to put to death a couple of the Null children, and Django having to restrain Cal from murdering the Kaminoan doctor.
yep.
I
Not a
mean,
big fan of Kaminoans. Which
who wouldn't want?
But he held little Ordo in his arms the first night, and ever since he don't sleep laying down. He sleeps sitting in a chair.
yep,
Yeah.
He like a proud pappy.
yeah. What do you guys think of Etane and Darman?
I can see why it has its critics, but I
Mm,
personally am okay with the relationship.
yeah,
I didn't care. I didn't care much for it. You know, it's
it's not the best
it is-
part of the book.
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
you know, like Walrus said, like I care about like other stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I like for me more of the appeal was like the Mandalorian lore that came from it.
exactly.
Like
yeah,
just seeing what type of person Cal Skirata was and how
Yeah.
his kids handled it and how
yeah,
they occasionally picked up like wives along the way.
yeah,
clones
Yeah.
get girlfriends.
yeah,
Yep.
yep,
Yeah, because they're not just like mindless drones, even though that's what they were supposed to be. I
Yeah.
Well,
I do like the story.
this is the misconception that people get when it comes to the whole concept of them being mindless drones with no personality. That was meant to be like the run of the mill clones. However, run of the mill clones, as both proven in Republic Commando as well as the Star Wars Empire and Rebellion comic books, run of the mill clones can break their programming and become like individuals.
hmm
Because I'm not sure if it's this book or True Colors where they introduce the Clone Trooper Corps.
I think it's the next one.
I thought it was this one, but I could be wrong. But when they introduce Corps, he's like a run-of-the-mill clone trooper who had his hands blown off, so they're like cybernetic.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way.
I think it's
That's not a big spoiler.
I think
And
it's this.
after like spending like a year and a half to a couple months with like the rest of the commandos, when one
Yeah,
of them
he's-
ends up going out of commission, suddenly he's cracking jokes and has like a full personality of his own. I'm like, yeah, it depends on your environment. If most of the people around you are, run-of-the-mill toaster oven brains,
Yeah,
chances are you're going to be a run-of-the-mill toaster oven brain.
yeah,
Unless you start hanging out with a crowd of like
A
like
crowd of
fully
badasses?
cooked, yeah, like fully cooked brains.
yeah, yeah. And this we get more Delta Squad.
Delta
Oh, yeah.
Squad,
Yeah,
they finally show up and it's sick.
yeah,
One
Yeah.
of the best details that pretty much showed you how much of a dad Cal is that one of the clone troopers, Atten, used to be part of like part of While on Vow's trainees,
Yeah.
and I guess Vow, would discipline Atten very hard, beat him,
Yeah.
and so Cal beat the crap out of Vow for that.
Yeah. Do you like Waylon Val's pet dog thing?
Like a
Oh my
lizard.
god, I forgot its name, but yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a interesting creature. Yeah. Yeah, these are pretty good books.
Yeah,
say-
I mean, they have their I get why not everybody connected with them,
Yeah.
but if you connect, you connect, and they're very good.
Yeah.
Um,
Because for me, the only thing that I don't like about him is Etane. I think she's an idiot.
What? Why?
She makes dumb decisions, and then she'll start working her way through it, and then she'll make another dumb decision, and we'll get to
well,
one of
if
her
if
dumb
you're talking
decisions.
about her relationship with Darman, that was not a dumb decision,
No, it's just kind of in
and
general.
Cal actually regretted yelling at her over it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not a character I enjoyed very much.
I get it.
What do you guys think of Barden Jusik, if you know who he is?
I know who Barden Justic is. He's an okay character.
Jedi who became a Mandalorian.
You don't think that's cool?
No, I do think that's cool. I felt like in Hard Contact, he was kind of a stereotypical Jedi Padawan.
Yeah.
But then he started hanging out with the clones, and he's like, "Oh,
Those guys are
this is
cool.
like
I
a whole
wanna be like
family
them."
thing.
Yeah.
This is what I've been missing."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Vin Diesel. Nothing better than family.
Family. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
interesting is I can't remember if it was in Order 66 or Imperial Commando, but I remember one of the clone Mandalorians threatening Jusik, and then the clone trooper brothers you do not threaten my brother.
Hmm.
This is Jusik is my brother. You threaten him again, I will kill you. I can't remember which one it was, but they were very protective of him.
Yeah.
They're like a brotherhood. I think it's sick.
Yeah, no, that's something I've always loved about the Mandalorian culture. It's why my EU self-insert is Mandalorian. Yes, I made my own self-insert like everybody else.
Stretch your own book.
I'm tempted to, but I got to be careful how I skirt continuity. I already figured out certain places where he could have shown up, where he could have been.
Nice.
Interesting.
We look forward to
The
your career
closest
with
I have
Greg.
to a self-insertion is just a walrus alien in my fan fiction story I wrote.
Nice. Future EU authors, huh?
Yeah, I wish I had that kind of pull.
Look forward to your career with great interest.
And for me, it's
Easy
just
there,
kind of like
Palpatine.
personal stories, but yeah.
True Colors.
This one I kind of gave a pass because I'm like, okay, so this is the transition between Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones type story. This is because this one was not one of my favorites, but it wasn't terrible either.
Man, it's been so long. I need to reread these.
Yeah.
Too bad we can't get official audiobooks of these because of the rights issues behind them.
Oh, is that why they haven't done them?
Yeah, I think there's a rights issue with Karen Travis, and that's why they haven't gotten I think they need her permission before they can get official audio.
They're not going to get that.
Bruh. Man, that sucks, man.
Yeah, that's a shame. There is a a fan on YouTube going through and doing an audio of the books.
Yeah.
Although I don't think they've finished 000 yet.
When they officially finish those, I'll put them in my my EU audiobook playlist. In the meantime, I have to use the AI ones because they're fully done.
Oof.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
not a big fan of it either, but until we get like official, my hands are pretty much tied. I prefer stuff that's like read by somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone just needs to Thanos it and do it themselves.
We could use more people like that, you know. I think we could have some people even make audiobooks for the Jedi Academy trilogy, since we don't know if we're gonna get those, you know. There's plenty of
I
books.
doubt it.
I'd volunteer for that actually because I want a Jedi Academy audiobook. At first, I want to finish what I want to do, which I want to do the Young Jedi Knights one, but I need to find time and quiet to do it because my house is noisy.
Jedi Academy. I was thinking New Jedi Order.
No, I think those will eventually get official audiobooks.
Are you sure? They're taking.
I
their
mean,
sweet
they
time
gave
on
us
those.
Rogue Planet. They gave us Unabridged for Rogue Planet, Outbound Flight, Cloak of Deception. They're preparing.
Yeah,
Those
but Outbound Flight and Cloak of Deception, those are Timothy Zahn and James Luceno books. They're
Solo.
basically doing all of those.
Yeah, but Greg Bear's Rogue Planet isn't that like famous or important, so why'd that get one?
Well, they've done books that it doesn't make sense why they're part of that. I don't know who's making the decisions over there.
Like, I get Courtship of Princess Leia because it caps off the Zinja plot line from sorry, I'm pronouncing it like how the audiobook does now.
Zinj?
Yeah, no, they pronounce it like Jinja.
What?
Yeah, if you look at the unabridged audiobooks, whether on Audible or what's the other one,
How
the
do you
music
get
one.
Jinja out of that?
I don't know either. Don't bother trying to explain it to me. I don't get it either.
I'm gonna stick with Zinj. Just
Yeah, for me,
just like
Zinj
I
is
say.
easier.
Just like I say Zizor, I don't say Shizor because that's dumb. It's
I say
Zizor.
Shizor because I assume it's like Chinese.
Oh,
They use
well,
the
that's how you're
the
supposed
X
to
as a
say it. It goes out of its way in the novel to tell you how it's pronounced, but I pronounce it the way I want.
Did you see the tomato?
I think I used to pronounce Isard's name as Izard.
All right, let's move on to Order 66.
Yep. This one I really liked, though I didn't like that the first 6 chapters was just build up. I'm like, no, we had enough build up with True Colors. Get to the point.
Get to
This is Order 66.
book.
Get to the point.
Hey,
About to go down.
don't hit someone in
Ugly
the
cover
head.
though.
You don't do that.
It's the book where it's all about to go down, you know.
Yeah. How do you feel about Etane's death in this?
Broke my heart because Darman is the single father now.
Hmm.
I actually like
True.
Etane, but yeah, it's
Oh, you like Etane?
yes. I didn't mind her, so
Okay.
I don't
That's
think she's
fine.
like the best character in the world, but like I didn't mind her. I thought her story was pretty interesting, and it's pretty interesting like how all the Jedi like Bart and Jusik like hang out with the Mandalorians, you know.
Mm.
And I think it depends on some people like how they feel about like the Jedi Order. You know, plenty of
Yeah.
critics, you know,
Yeah.
of the Jedi, specifically like the prequel era Jedi, you know.
Yeah.
So I understand, you know, it's gonna, you know, be a problem for some people, but
Mhm.
I didn't mind Etane and Barton Jusik, but I think her death was, it was, I think it was like well done, and kind of sad because poor Darman, like has to, raise his son with, without the mom,
Oh, but he doesn't raise his son.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic, but you
Mhm.
know, kind of sucks. And even like Cal Scarata was like, even he was like mad and furious,
Yeah.
because he basically accepted her as like, a daughter-in-law. So,
Yeah.
even like, because he was like hostile at first, because Jedi,
Mhm.
he's,
Yeah.
he was pretty protective, but even he accepted her as like, his daughter-in-law, and he was still furious. So, but
True.
it was all, Etain just being selfless Jedi, you might like die on the job. And I think it was a fitting end for her character, and it did keep me on the edge of my seats, and was just part of like Order 66,
Mhm.
this big deal of how the clones were affected, and of course the Jedi. So I
Yeah.
think it's a little slow at the beginning, but once
Yeah.
it gets to like, Order 66, like the last like 200 pages or so, I think it's pretty decent. And also just a game changer novel,
Yeah.
for the
True.
rest of the series. So I think it's pretty decent. Definitely more than True Colors, but it's a decent novel. You're telling a clone series. You're gonna have to get to this at some point. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty good.
True.
It's a decent book. I enjoyed this.
Yep.
Oh, and also like for some like Children of the Jedi fans, Callista fans, even Karen Travis like sprinkles it in, a little
Mm.
band-aid for that stuff,
True.
Jedi like marrying and have relationships, and Etain like meets other Jedi
Yeah.
that marry and have relationships. So that was cool. I
Mhm.
could tell like Karen Travis likes Callista and all that, which makes sense, Jedi and clones having relationships and all that.
She didn't just. What's interesting, I think it's in this one too. She didn't just include the stuff with the Altesian Jedi. She also included Scout from Yoda Dark Rendezvous.
Oh yeah,
True.
yeah, that was surprising. Nice to see her
It's
too.
true.
Nice to see her too. Yeah, I
Anything
like
else on
continuity.
Order 66?
Good book.
Good book. Best of the Republic Commando books?
No, for me, 000 is still the best, but this is a close second.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be my second favorite. It's hard to pick. I like 000 too a lot.
000 is pretty good. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay. On to Shatterpoint.
By Matthew Stover. The GOAT.
Book then.
With a prologue by George Lucas.
Really more an introduction, but yeah.
Yeah.
I thought George Lucas didn't care about the EU.
All lies.
All
All right. Have you read this one, Scarlett?
Yeah, I definitely have.
All right. Tell us about it.
It's a good book, Mace Windu's little, his own book. It's
Mhm.
It's pretty decent. I think I like how it's kind of it kind of gives off like it's kind of like a survival like jungle, survival type book, since he's like in the jungle.
Yeah.
Kind of gives off like Predator vibes, at least to me.
I've
But
heard Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, it is very much like Apocalypse Now. aka Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness novella.
Wow.
But the whole concept is basically Mace Windu fighting against the darkness that is dwelling within his own world as well as within his pupil, and just how how things devolved with his whole people and how he has to try to remind them of what they were,
Yeah.
even though he's separated from them.
Some cool Mace Windu backstory, and I don't know, like when they talk about his own like lightsaber form,
The pod.
Yeah, Vapod. I don't know if this is the first mention or maybe some other Republic comic, but it's
It's
pretty.
probably this.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting because Vapod is such a precise lightsaber form, and if you don't use it right, you could go to the dark side. So, which has happened for some Jedi,
Yeah, that's what they're dealing with in this book because Depa is suffering from a slip into the dark side.
Yeah, and it's just like how war can affect people, and
Mhm.
can even make people become like, I guess it makes it just gets to them, and I think Mace Windu even has those like conflicts,
Mhm.
especially when using Vapod and going on this adventure. So it's
True.
pretty interesting.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of this book, but I do like that we get to see Mace Windu's home planet of Harun Kal. I think it's Harun Kal.
Yeah, I
It's
think
called.
Harun Kal.
Yeah.
Harun Kal.
It's
I
an
think-
interesting world.
I
What do you
like
think?
that it brought up an interesting concept that wasn't really talked about. So at the beginning of the war, there's only like 200,000 units ready.
Yeah.
One of the concepts it brings up is that because there's so few clone reinforcements, some of the worlds kind of have to use their own armies to fight the armies of the droid.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like one instant of like guerrilla warfare because there
Yeah.
aren't enough clones ready to defend the Republic.
Isn't there the bad? Well, he's a bad guy in this. He's like big and strong, and he's got like, I think he's got some force ability.
Carvaster.
Carvaster.
Yeah, that guy's kind of cool.
Yeah, the guy who grunts animal noises.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Nick Rostu?
He's an okay character.
I concur.
Funny sidekick.
Yeah.
Oh, I also like Mace Windu's journal entries. I think that was pretty cool.
Mm.
Matt Wilkins called them his Dear Diary moments.
Man.
I enjoyed them though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just cool getting in a person's head, Like,
True. Anything else on Shatterpoint?
not Stober's best book, obviously, but
No.
yeah, it's a
that's
decent one.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, we're gonna get there,
Yep.
but it's a decent book,
Oh yeah.
The Cess's Deception. The cover of Dooku, and Dooku's not even in the book.
That's true. This should be Ventress because Ventress is in the book.
Yeah, I mean, this had interesting concepts and ideas, but
Yeah.
as far as it being fleshed out, it was not fleshed out the best.
No. Yeah. And it could have used more Kit Fisto. You forgot to add that.
Yes, it could have used more Kit Fisto. And then the author tries this whole thing where like an ARC trooper decides to become less of an ARC trooper, and I'm like, he's already an ARC trooper, so he's already more independent than like most run of the mill clones. So why does he need this arc where he has to experience looking at something in a cave?
Doesn't this book have Django Tat in it?
That was the name that Neo eventually got. He eventually was called Django Tat.
Yeah, that's a dumb name, by the way.
Indeed.
I just remember there's a clone named Django Tad in it. I don't really, and this they're on Ord Cestus, dealing with some bug people.
Yes.
I don't even remember what the bug people are doing.
Again, well, they're developing an organic droid, and they're trying to figure out if we should sell it to the Republic or the Separatists. But ultimately, like, this book is like, again, it's interesting. I feel about this as I feel about books like Planet of Twilight and Crystal Star. Interesting ideas, just not like executed very well.
Yeah. Anything to say on that before we move
There's
on?
also the short novella The Hive that takes place during the novel.
True. I enjoyed that more than the main story.
Somewhat, yeah.
Oh, MedStar. Oh, now we're talking about some
Ooh,
good
yes,
stuff.
here we go.
Some juicy stuff. Dumb thing would load.
The MedStar duology, aka the Star Wars equivalent of MASH.
That's what
Yep.
everybody says.
MASH. Yeah. All right, Scarlett. You just got done with this, if I'm correct. What are your thoughts on it?
It's pretty good. Good book. Kind of surprised me, but I enjoyed it. You know, it's like you said, it's a unique book. You know, it's kind of like Star Wars and MASH meets
Yeah.
MASH, and
Yeah.
coincidentally, it's by Michael Reeves, which I've noticed. I feel based on Shadowhunter, like, you know, he seems like a unique Star Wars author. You know, kind of likes to mix some, you know, genres. So
This is one of those books that I feel like he's at his best.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
he writes some very like human characters, even if the characters themselves are not like literal humans.
Mm-hmm.
You have the you have Dender, the only honest journalist. You have Barriss Offee, the one Jedi character who's got her own personality.
And she's
You've
not
got-
a terrorist.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the I forgot the name of the Zabrak doctor, but I did remember the Corellian one named Joss.
Joss Vondar.
Yeah,
Isn't
Joss
the-
Vondar.
Isn't the Zabrak, isn't he a musician as well?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And then you had I forgot the name of the nurse too, but she's like Joss's love interest.
Yeah, and she's Luridian, right?
Yeah, she is Luridian, so
Yeah.
a near human, basically.
Yep. Then you have Caird, the Neji.
Neji.
Yep.
I'm not even sure I remember that character. Is he the one that
He's the bird.
is like the psychologist?
No, he's the Black Sun spy.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
These are pretty good books. You know,
Oh,
I like
Yeah.
how there's like not barely like enough action because it's mostly like character driven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when the action does happen, it's kind of a surprise and a pleasant / unpleasant one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This has a lot of good characters. I like most of the characters in this duology.
I gotta read these again because they're really good.
Yeah, they're fantastic. That should be a fun reread. Going through it again.
The real Berisafi.
Yes, I like her a lot better in this than in Filoni Wars.
Even Approaching Storm.
Yeah,
Barista Coffee herself.
yep.
That'd be a good parody name for her.
All right, let's look at the other cover too, just so we're. Oh,
Both
thanks
of these
for
were
being
really
kind.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a short story in Insider called Intermezzo. I'd highly recommend.
Oh, I haven't read that one.
It's just kind of a little bit of a detail of in between. It's not like mind blowing, but it is nice, a nice little extra.
More of the same is just fantastic with me, since they're good.
Yeah.
Find that video. All
So
right.
what's next? Jedi Trial, Yoda Dark Rendezvous.
The cover for all you Christians out there.
What?
A cover for all the Christians fans.
Oh, the healing.
Yeah, well, you know. You know.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, this
One
is a
page.
reference to famous artwork by Michelangelo, I believe, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
As Christian, I like that.
Yeah, it's Michelangelo, you know.
That's pretty based. I'll have to look at the original artwork.
Yeah, it's a sculpture, I think. You know, I think it's the Pieta, you know. You've seen, there's probably like a lot of like stories reference this, but I think it's pretty fitting. And, you know, I like the good version of Berisafi, the healer, you know,
Mm-hmm.
which I think ties to like the whole stories, you know, like the doctors and the nurses, surgeons.
Jedi Trial.
Yeah, Medstar is just a great duology, you know. Some of the best like
Yes.
Clone Wars novels.
Speaking of the best, now we're going to one of the worst Clone Wars novels.
I wouldn't
Jedi
say this is
Trial.
one of the worst, as I still like this better than the Cestus Deception. But
It's bottom of the Clone Wars novels, though.
yeah, it is. It is pretty down there. And another detail, and I learned about this recently. Is as far as I'm aware, these guys did not consult with Stackpole
Oh,
because this is
because this has Halcyon in it.
yeah, the Najah Halcyon. So
Yeah.
it bothers me that they didn't like consult with him for stuff to do. Like I know he was writing his own like short stories for the Clone Wars because I think he wrote like one or two of them.
It's always a bad sign when you don't have authors collaborating with each other.
Yeah, and then I just wasn't like the hugest fan of the little romance that was going on between the two soldiers.
Oh yeah,
Like this-
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, this book, it had like I think some good Anakin flying moments, but for the most part it really could have used better connection to Stackpole's works.
Hmm.
Like a better way to sort of bridge the gap there.
Yeah, pretty
It
forgettable.
actually made
book.
me wonder, since they did Zahn for Outbound Flight, why they never just asked Stackpole to write Jedi Trial. He probably would have turned out a better product.
That would have been way better. They should have done that.
Because again, it is one of his characters
Yeah,
that's being heavily featured. So you're like, why isn't this just written by Stackpole?
and he probably would have been willing to do it too.
I mean, if he might have had a different engagement at the time, so that's why he might not have done it.
true.
But,
Yeah,
I think if he was available to
like
do it, he would have done it.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Yeah. I don't have.
So
a
yeah,
lot
this
to
one
say.
is not very memorable, other than the fact that Anakin gets knighted.
Well, we can watch that in 2003 Clone Wars, so that's better in my opinion.
He meets like Corin's grandpa, I think.
Yeah, that's Nedja Halcyon.
Emily, I love Emily a lot so much.
I think Anakin would have been fine with him as his Jedi teacher instead of Qui-Gon.
And then Yoda Dark Rendezvous. I know not a lot of people are a fan of this. I really liked this one.
What? I
Yeah,
hear like a lot of people like this one.
Yeah,
I've heard some people that didn't like it.
So
And again, it's another case where I actually met the author and talked to him about some of the events of of why I really liked this book, why some of the characters and the lessons that were taught in this one. And when I met him as far back as 2003, I had a friend ask him a question. He's like, how close was Dooku to crapping his pants? When Yoda got all like angry dark side face, and his exact words, like, we're talking full on skid mark. And what's funny is I bought a hardcover copy of Yoda Dark Rendezvous for my friend. I still got to send it to him to sign, and he asked me to have Stuart sign it full skid mark. Just for the joke. When I reminded him of the thing when I talked to him back in 2023, he actually laughed because we were at the signing, and he could not stop. It's like, I said that, and I said, yeah, you did. He's like, well, okay.
is it true that the doppelganger from New Droid Army is mentioned in the novel? I read it, but I don't remember.
He's talking about Skywalkers, and yes, it is mentioned.
All right, that answers your question. Yeah, I enjoyed Yoda Dark Rendezvous for what it was. I wish
I
it
did too.
focused more on Yoda and Dooku and less on some of the other Jedi.
Well, you have to remember that, like, George Lucas at the time, he says, like, if anybody's going to tell the story of Yoda, it's going to be me. So this was like one of the very few Yoda-related stories that was actually approved. It was this novel and one of the comics.
Yeah. I just would have liked more stuff with Yoda and Dooku, because that's the best part of the book.
Yeah.
Their dynamic and learning more about that.
I like how this combines, like, prequel era Yoda and like Empire Strikes Back Yoda, comedic Yoda. I like the beginning when like the droid steals his food and he gets like different food and he's just all disappointed.
Yeah.
whacking the droid with his stick.
Yep.
I like that.
Love it. I just love
I always
it.
thought that because there was a bit of mischievous Yoda, he was disguised inside of like an astromech,
Yeah.
and
that was funny.
he steals some kid's soda.
Yeah.
Literally just takes some kid's soda and drinks it.
Don't they in
Like-
this book they have like an actor pretending to be Yoda as like a decoy?
That was funny.
Yeah.
And I think like when he finally meets Dooku, he's like outside the castle, he's
I'm
like
gonna get her.
like a goblin, like
Yeah.
he just taps on the window and then Dooku has that surprise where he's like, oh, he's actually here. Man, love it. I love the characterization of Yoda.
Yeah. Is Obi-Wan and Anakin in this book?
They are. They're sparsely in it, but they are in it.
Yeah. Why?
They're just kind of background.
I
They
don't know, but they didn't need to be in it. They're in enough stuff.
yeah. I think they appear like far in the end, like after the castle, like just for like couple of pages, you know, fun cameo.
Mm.
I think Ventress like steals their ship, and you know,
Yeah.
there's a funny moment, but I think this book does acknowledge like, you know, that, you know, Obi-Wan and Anakin, you know, like don't meet Dooku until Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was like a close call, you know.
Yeah. Unlike Filoni Wars.
Yeah, but it's a fun cameo. I didn't mind it, you know. I guess it's just like, you know, oh, here's Anakin and Obi-Wan. Nice to see them. Just a fun cameo.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. I didn't mind it. I also it's also kind of tragic because, you know, like I think the Jedi is we, you know,
Yeah.
one of the Jedi is we. We all
Mhm.
know what happens to him.
Yep.
Poor kid got iced.
Yeah, it was cool to see him. But I understand, you know, more Yoda and Dooku. I like
Yeah.
Scout and we, though. Yeah.
All right. Anything else on Yoda Dark Rendezvous before we move on to Labyrinth of Evil?
Just that it's a good book and you should read it.
Yeah. Yoda's speech and Yoda and Dooku's speech, like, or no, not speech, that scene, you know, the one at the June peak. One of my favorite moments in Star Wars.
Labyrinth of Evil's German radio drama adaptation is so good, it's tragic. It's only available in German.
I think
Sounds
it's gonna
like a tragedy.
get an unabridged audiobook like very soon though.
Yeah, with Cloak of
Probably.
Deception. It should be coming out, I think, this month.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Moral of that book: whenever you go to Dark Rendezvous, remember to give your partner dark greetings. Labyrinth of Evil, a prequel of sorts to Revenge of the Sith.
The must-read prequel.
Ain't no sorts. It's a legit prequel.
Yeah, it's a fun read. The Jedi almost discover that Palpatine is Darth Sidious. They're on the trail, but then they get distracted. Actually, I got a question in the radio drama of Labyrinth of Evil. Anakin says that he hates battle droids almost as much as sand. Is that actually in the book, or did Oliver Doring have fun with the script? Is that in the book?
I don't remember that being in the
I
book.
don't remember. It could be, but I'd have to reread it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I didn't realize the Germans still did radio dramas for some of their novels. That is awesome. Lucky.
Yep. This has some ties to the end of the 2003 Clone Wars show.
It also has ties to the Republic comics.
Yeah.
If you hear mentions to battles like the June, those are in the comics. So
Still, it was made in 2006. The latest radio drama, The Last Command, came out in 2014.
yo,
All right.
It's basically like it all goes together, you know. It's the build up to Revenge of the Sith, and you know, Lucino, you know, since Lucino likes to reference like everything and flex his EU knowledge, he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
mention like important stuff of how it all leads up to this, like Battle of Jabim, you know.
Yeah.
I just like how this is, you know, once you like read like a lot of the Clone Wars multimedia project, it really like pays off. It's
Mm.
basically like it's almost like a bit of a grand finale until Revenge of the Sith. So
Hmm.
Lucino really flexes his knowledge, and it's it's a it's a big deal novel. And
It is.
I do like how I do kind of find it funny how the Battle of Coruscant was just Palpatine's like last minute plan. His oh shoot, like time for Plan B. Until they find out he's Sidious.
Yeah.
It's funny to think about, but I think it's great of how it all builds up, and the Battle of Coruscant. It's the Battle of Coruscant.
Hmm.
It all goes down, and the last 100 pages are pretty great. But you know, yeah, yeah, we're of course there's that like he mentions in the chat.
Yeah.
Big contradiction. And unfortunately, it was because of the 2003 series and Labyrinth of Evil being made like around the same time. So
Yeah,
different.
there was like a
Yeah.
miscommunication issue.
Yeah. I believe that's what happened.
Yeah, just a little like yeah. Unfortunately, there's like a bit of a contradiction, but other than that, it's a pretty decent book and
Gives a very
definitely the
emotional-
must-read prequel to Revenge of the Sith. So it's
Mm.
this is a pretty good one, and books like these make me respect Lucino as like somebody that does their homework and research.
I really enjoy this book, but like my one issue is the same issue I have for Tales of the Jedi Dark Lords of the Sith, which is it's all build up for something bigger. It's not bad, but like nothing other than I think the thing at Keiko Nemoidia at the beginning, nothing substantial really happens in this book.
Because it's leading up to
Revenge of the
a
Sith,
real nice, yeah.
where everything happens. That's
And-
again, that's not a slight against this book. It does its job serving as a really good prequel to
It
Revenge
does.
of the Sith,
I
but
think with that, well,
like to building it up, but like it as a standalone story, it like it's I don't know, it's like nothing big really happens in it.
yep.
Nothing's really resolved.
All right. I think we'll move on to Revenge of the Sith, unless there's any other pressing things you'd like to say about Labyrinth.
Well, the one thing I want to do before we get to Revenge of the Sith is recommend some comics to go alongside Republic when you eventually
ahead.
read them, Walrus.
Go
The
ahead.
Jedi comic series goes along very well with Republic. I would
Uh-huh.
also highly recommend the General Grievous 4-issue comic.
Oh, by Chuck
and-
Dixon.
Chuck Dixon.
Is that the modern one or the old? I can't remember. I don't know. But
That's
it-
the Horseshoe series.
Oh yeah, no, that is a good one. And then I would also recommend. I can send you a whole chronological list of how to read these, but I would also recommend the Star Wars Clone Wars Adventure comics and the 5-issue Obsession comic series. So yeah, you did beat me to that one.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a few Tales short stories, a few free comic book days, and then a few Visionary comics, which aren't majorly important, but they're still part of it.
Mhm.
So yeah, those are some of the comics I'd recommend you check out along with Republic when you get to the Clone Wars era.
Yeah. Also, were Anakin and Obi-Wan following the trail of the Mechno chair or hanging out on Nelvon while the Battle of Coruscant began? Mm.
Oh
Yeah, I always consider that like a time displacency issue. Like Nelvon happened before they go to like Tithe or something, or after they go to Tithe or something, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
I had a recommendation between The Hunt for Aura Sing and Darkness. Read Heart of Fire. It's just 3 pages long, but it adds a lot.
Yeah, that is a really good one.
3
Labyrinth of
pages. What is Heart of Fire about?
It's in relation to Quinlan Voss talking with a Twi'lek Padawan about
Ah,
I
so
think
it's-
Ayla, and it's
Okay.
one of those like those Dark Horse shorts, like Ara's Song, Poison Moon, and it's not hard. I think it's Hard Currency.
Okay. Well, more Quinlan Voss is not a bad thing.
No, he's not. Quinlan Voss is like objectively the best thing about the Republic comic era.
Bridges the 2 aforementioned comics arcs together.
Excellent.
All right.
Also get
Thanks for the recommendation.
you get a reference to Kato no Moidio. Like in
The Revenge of the Sith comic can go with this novel in
All right, let's talk. Well, let's tackle the final book for tonight.
Oh boy.
Quinlan Voss is the Quinlan boss. I also dubbed all 3.
Go sit down.
Ah,
Nice.
another plug.
I haven't read Revenge of the Sith novelization, but I have read the comics. Comics are good, but the novelization, all I've heard is that from everybody is this, oh, you need to read these. These are fantastic. I will get to them. Don't worry.
They're not wrong, because
I think-
this is not really a novelization. It expands on the story significantly. It adds so much.
Probably more than most of the other novelizations for sure.
Easily.
Man, I love this book. Probably one of my favorite books ever.
Yeah. It's
Mm.
definitely top 5 for me.
Yeah, Matthew Stover's. This is his magnum opus right here. You know, a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff from this book.
Oh, I'll detect. One thing I like about the Revenge of the Sith novel is that before they fight Sidious, Kit Fisto says he wishes Obi-Wan was here and talks about the events of Cestus Deception. Ah, I'd forgotten about that. Interesting.
Nice. Even Stover, like, which I think is one of the big selling points, is he acknowledges, you know, the EU and continuity.
Yep, this has a lot of EU references in it.
Yep, and I think Stover and Lucino were, you know, they actually worked together. You know, Lucino was looking at notes from Stover, and you know, I guess they did collaborate. You know, connected together, and I think these are the 2 books of the Dark Lord trilogy. You know.
Yep. I mean, it's so good that Disney decided to produce this, a new version with annotations by the author.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's really good. I mean, can't go wrong with annotations. I do prefer like the older cover because I just love the orange colors for Labyrinth of Evil and Revenge of the Sith. You know, the fiery colors that you see in Revenge of the Sith marketing.
Yeah.
At the time, it's just awesome, you know.
Yeah.
Love it.
Fiery Darth Vader on everything Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, it's just a cool cover too.
Yep.
Wouldn't mind if this was the movie poster.
Yeah.
And, you know, adds quite a lot, which makes me wonder if this was in the original script or if Stover added this himself, you know.
I think most of it he added himself. I mean, there's some of the deleted scenes in it, but honestly, not a fan of the Disney re-release covers. But the Revenge of the Sith novel just looks amazing, like the Vader frame. Yep, they actually did a pretty good job with that re-release.
Yeah. Um, what is the one like? What is the one like addition you like? You know, to the story.
Oh, man, that's hard to say because it's been a bit since I've read it.
What'd you think of Palpatine? Like, making Anakin think that Padme was cheating on him.
Oh, it works because like it makes sense, because Palpatine has so much influence over Anakin that it's probably at this point it's probably so easy to convince Anakin about anything. Palpatine could have made Anakin do anything he wanted, really. He had him at this point.
Yeah.
What was the best Star Wars cover of all time, and why is it Star Wars Republic 40? What is Star Wars Republic 40? Eh. All right. That's going to take forever to...
Oh, wow. I think it's the one with the Deveronian.
Deveronian, huh?
Twi'lek, I think.
Ugh. Comic. I still don't see it.
Put issue 40.
Issue 40. There. Do this then.
Nazo? Where'd he go?
The Deveronian version. Yoda in the background. This interesting ship. Okay. Taking some inspiration from the original A New Hope poster. Oh, did Nazo have some issues?
Yeah, he disappeared. Well, he's back now.
It's good that Walrus isn't even allowed to because his browser isn't worthy or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're having issues.
It is Ayla Secura dress. Oh, is that Ayla Secura? Oh, I just thought that was a blue Twi'lek lady for some reason. Oh, I'm not even sharing the screen.
No, something's wrong.
I'm a professional. Don't worry.
I also like the cover of the follow-up issue 41.
Oh,
Has
Okay.
Billy sitting by a campfire, or not a campfire, but like
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it before I look at it.
Sorry.
Ah. All right. He's got trophies in the background.
I think one of them is a Gungan head mounted on the wall.
It is. And there's a Tusken and an Ewok. And then there's one behind the Star Wars, but I can't tell what it is. Oh, he's sitting on a Wampa chair.
Billy is okay.
All right. Those aren't bad choices for covers. Look closely. He's holding the lightsaber. Oh, is he really? In this one? Is he really?
I'm not sure if he's holding one in this one, but he is definitely holding one in the previous one.
Well, yeah, the yellow lightsaber. Okay, the title covers her hand, but if you look at the unlettered cover, She's got a oh for Ayla Secura.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find it without all the stuff on it. Oh yeah, there it is.
Is that Quillen and Mace in the background?
It might be.
Yes, that is Quillen and Mason in the background.
What are they doing?
It's Logray's head. Oh, another Ewok. Okay. Wikipedia has the unlettered cover. Yeah, I found it. That's a whole nother stream we could take going over covers of comics.
Just looking at the covers of comics like Republic.
Yeah.
Cover tier list.
Yep. Oh. All right. Interesting. All right. Go back to Revenge of the Sith.
I don't have anything more to say because I still haven't read Revenge of the Sith, but so I'm gonna.
You
I'm
were
gonna
supposed to
pop
have.
off.
Oh, you're done. Okay.
Well, I've read most of the EU stuff. I just haven't read the movie title ones yet.
Well, you don't have to hop off. We're probably almost done.
All right.
Yeah, because I don't think I have much to add that we haven't already said about the book. What about you, Scarlett?
I mean, like I said, the novel adds to like the movie. I also like the addition about like how Anakin wanted to access the Sith, like the Sith holocrons or something, but he had to be a Jedi Master.
Yeah.
It's adding to like his frustration of not being granted the rank of Master. So
Yeah.
I thought that was cool, and some of the other scenes, are just extended. I like the Palpatine and Anakin dialogue,
Yep.
especially when you get like the reveal that Palpatine is Sidious. I thought that was cool. Some of them are just like extended like scenes, and they're pretty cool. And one thing I do love about this novel is how it's written. Like, I'm not like a prose guy, but
Yeah.
this book is just so quotable.
Yeah.
There's some iconic lines. I do like the quotes that you get before like each part. Because this book is split into 3 parts, like Shatterpoint and Maul Shadowhunter, because some people write their books that way, in parts. So I like some of those words, and I think some of my favorite ones are this is how it feels to be Anakin Skywalker forever.
Yes.
That's that like the final like 20 pages is just peak.
Yep.
Some of the best words to be ever written.
Yep.
I love it, and
Yeah.
especially the way it ends. Love can ignite the stars.
True.
That's another great one. It's just beautiful. It's like poetry.
It rhymes.
Yeah, it rhymes.
Yep.
It's beautiful. I love it. And I think the audiobook, the unabridged audiobook, is by Jonathan Davis. With the cool music and all that
Yeah.
you'll find in some edits. It's really good.
Yeah.
I want to listen to the unabridged audiobook someday, but good stuff. It's just a beautifully written novel. It's one of my favorite Star Wars books, if not my favorite. I love this book. It's and even if even if like what happens, you saw the movie, everybody has, it's still worth reading.
Agreed. That it is.
For
Fun
a novel.
fact. The comic dub for Star Wars The Devaronian Version Part 2 came out exactly 20 years to the day after Revenge of the Sith. Ah, nice.
Impressive for novelization, you know?
That it is. That it is. All right. I believe that will be it for the Revenge of the Sith discussion. All right. Anything else?
I forgot two junior Scholastic books you should check out.
Okay.
Jude Watson. They're follow-ups to Jedi Apprentice and Jedi Quest. Legacy of the Jedi and Secrets of the Jedi.
Okay.
Both really, really good. So yeah, sorry I just slipped those in as well.
That's fine. That is fine. Yeah, so an interesting little chat. We 3.5 hours of talking about basically the prequel books and some comics.
Mostly one of the comics that you've read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if I would have been more read in the comics, this could have been longer.
We might have been at this for like 5 hours.
Good heck.
Such
Ugh, all
a
right.
though.
Yeah, well, hopefully soon I'll get Republic read and we'll do a stream on the Republic comics. That should be a fun one to do.
If you do one, you should just like include like the multimedia project ones as just extra part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea. All right. Anything else you want to say about this era? Books, comic book wise, anything like that?
Maybe the 14 volume, which these are hard to find, mind you. The 14 volumes of the TCW tie-in comics. Those are hit or miss, just depending. But there are some some really good ones in there.
Yeah. I'll land on a positive note. It's almost impossible to look up the new canon novel, Star Wars Legacy, because all the results are about the comics with Cade Skywalker and Darth Krayt. For now.
Ha!
That will
Take that,
change.
legacy book.
Yeah, that'll probably change, unfortunately.
Man, this is why it's a problem when they steal titles, you know? You know, it's this Tales of the Jedi or that Tales of the Jedi, you know? It's a mess.
Let's see, Legacy. It's Wikipedia's American comic book series. Yeah, pretty much. Although you don't have to look super hard to find the garbage Disney book. Well, I doubt it. There probably aren't even any bikini-wearing red Twi'lek Sith in the book. Oh, yeah, there's going to be none of that.
0.
0 out of 10. Yeah, have you seen the cover? It's nothing special. Look at it's old Leia and Rey with Kylo Ren.
Oh. Read the real Legacy.
Exactly.
And I haven't read it, but I know it's good and way better.
Yeah, read this instead.
Man, want to read that someday.
Yeah, like look at this guy. He just has more presence than Rey.
He has more aura.
Yeah. And then you got this guy. And
Are you sharing your
Darth
screen?
Vader?
I can't see it.
oh, I gotta push that. You're not screen sharing. Don't worry, I'm a professional. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like you got this guy, Darth something or other, and Darth Talon. And
Oh, Darth Talon.
there's Darth Krayt. What's that? Ooh. Red Trooper guy and fighting whatever this is. These covers look really awesome.
Imperial Knights, I believe.
Oh, is that what these are? Is that the red guy?
I don't know about that one, but you know, I think there's the cover with the Imperial Knights. You know,
Uh,
red armor guys too.
Imperial Knights are the proper evolution to the Imperial Royal Guard.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I've heard about
Interesting.
those.
I bet Disney Legacy doesn't even feature a warthog Yeti man with a rice hat. Shake my head.
Yeah, I mean, you need that warthog Yeti man with the rice hat. You know,
Is that Kakruk?
that is Kakruk. Kakruk survived all the way into the future.
Hey, spoilers.
Oh dang!
No, I already know that. That would make him what, like hundreds of years old?
Couple 100 years, or at least over 100.
Man, can whippets live that long?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
It's wild to think.
I mean, he ain't quite Yoda's age, so he's still got probably a few decades left in him.
Kakruk was around before Anakin was even a Jedi. All true.
He was a Padawan under, was it Micah Get or Tyvaka? I can't remember. I think Tyvaka.
Oh, a Wookiee?
Yeah, there was a Wookiee Jedi Master in Jedi Council Exo. Or was it? Which one am I thinking of?
Lilith Two Seas was Kakruk's master. Wait, the blonde lady that
Oh,
dies
okay,
in
Lilith. Okay.
the lady that dies in Acts of War.
Yeah,
That's his master.
I guess so. It's been like I said, it's been a bit since I read Acts of War.
Well, Kakruk in that did kind of give off like he wasn't like a master in that yet.
Yeah,
'Cause
he was still very, very young, very Padawanish.
Tyvoka was Plo Koon's. Oh, Plo Koon's
Oh,
master.
Plo
is a
Koon's.
Wookiee?
Okay,
That's
I
awesome.
knew he was Plo Koon was somebody's
Yeah, he
master,
was.
but I can't. Or I knew Tyvaka was someone, but I couldn't remember. Thank you,
Really
Out of Tech.
Anything else? Yeah, is she only in that Acts of War?
Well,
comic?
yeah, she's dead.
Oh, so there's no other like appearance before that of her in something else.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay,
A Wookiee trained Plo Koon?
apparently that's awesome. Kind of wonder if Kakruk and Luke Skywalker ever met. I hope so. And Lilith Two Seas never appeared outside of Acts of War. Alrighty. Oh. Yeah, what's Kakruk doing during Luke Skywalker rebuilding the Jedi Order? Is he off on some random adventure?
You'll get a basic idea when you read Dark Times.
Oh, okay. I want to see a comic dub where we see the Wookiee who trained Plo. Are you doing another cheeky plug?
I think he is doing another plug.
Myself, but only because I make content fans actually ask for.
That is true. I'm still asking for you to do more comics.
Yes, that would be awesome. Is there any other comics that you would be willing to do?
The Jabba the Hutt comic?
That would be funny. That'd be interesting. Jabba the Hutt. How many issues is that?
It's
story?
4.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's not a huge.
They all have
commitment.
different titles.
Oh, he's working on a commission right now. Awesome.
Is that the current canon one, or
But before asking me to do more, why not watch the ones that are actually made? Okay, that's fair.
Fair enough.
But what if I watch them all? Then that won't be an excuse. Yeah, the current canon one. Okay. What's it about? Are you having to tell a story with like Rey and Kylo Ren? Oh, that sounds like torture.
I wonder if they're having him do the Rise of Kylo Ren comic.
Ugh.
Would rather read the Dawn of the Jedi comics.
Well, at least you have Jan Dursema art in that.
Yeah, that's true. Even if you're like kind of bored to tears, at least you're enjoying some beautiful art.
At least you're enjoying good art that's boring you to tears. It's about Luke and Leia being stuck on a deserted island. It's inoffensive, but it kind of feels like filler episode. Ooh. Okay, you could be working on something worse. That's not horrible. Although that's
Is
a
there
weird
no
thing.
will they won't they tension?
Oh, I highly doubt it.
Whoa.
This is
Because again, I find it acceptable because they didn't know
yeah.
at the time. So if
This-
people shy away from it on purpose because they know, then
Yeah.
that kind of irks me.
No, will there, won't there? The comic's not from the 70s. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's not Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
Oh boy.
That'll be interesting to talk about when we get there. What do you mean at the time? I never said when the comic takes place.
When does it take place?
Probably during the
I just
original
assumed
trilogy.
it took place during the Galactic Civil War.
Mm-hmm. That's when I would guess.
Because the only time I want to see Luke and Leia on a deserted island post that is if he's training her.
True. True.
Plus, if they're stranded on the deserted island, it just makes me think, oh, the Empire's still a problem.
Probably.
You kind of get a book about that where they go to an island. It's called Courtship of Princess Leia, and it's pretty good.
That's not an island. It's a jungle planet
It's kind of the same.
full of rancors and witches.
That's what makes
Witches.
it cool. Real
Watch
death
out
and
for the
beauty.
witches. True. Before they got ruined. Before the dark times. Before Disney. No, actually, that wasn't Disney that ruined them, huh? That was Dave Filoni and all that. That was still part
Yeah.
of under George's careful leadership. Also, I kind of want to dub a Diz Canon comic on my own. There's one where Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan celebrate Life Day. And the Star Wars Holiday Special's 50th anniversary is coming up. Oh, yeah, the year
Sick.
after next, I believe.
Stir,
Okay.
whip, stir, whip, 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 stir.
Yes. Yeah. Oof. That's fun. Oh,
What an interesting milestone.
already got Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon's voice actors from Stark Hyperspace War to record their parts. Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Anything else we should mention?
I gotta get going. I got a crew waiting for me somewhere.
All right. Thanks for popping on and chatting for over 3.5 hours about Star Wars books
In comics.
and comics. Before you go, do you want any? You have anything you want to plug in or anything before you go?
Yes, I'd like to plug Auditech, obviously. Plug you. Probably plug Alex. Maybe Brennan. My buddy Iron Inquisitor. Just great people you should check out.
All right. You got anything exciting coming to your channel?
I need to. I'm planning on doing the Force Heretic trilogy soon. Oh yeah, no problem, man. I'm only going to do the first 2 books for a stream, and then the 3rd book for another stream. But before that, I might do another B5 stream with some friends. And we're also reading comics from Star Wars Tales that we're going to talk about and review. And like these are going to be like quicker streams, basically, because we're only doing like 1 issue at a time, trying to milk it a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to get people together to talk about the first Tales issue. So if anybody wants in, just read the first issue of Star Wars Tales, like all the stories from that, and we'll be able to.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks for coming on the stream.
Thanks for having me. Still looking forward to the Return of the Jedi one in November.
As am I. All right. Scarlett, you got anything you want to plug?
Scarlet. Scarlet One is my YouTube channel name. If you want, I could leave it in the chat, or maybe Walrus could put it in the description. But it's Scarlet One. My channel. I still getting kind of started. Barely some content. Talk about. I guess,
Definitely give this guy some starting subscribers.
Yeah.
Inspire him to make some content.
Yeah.
Yeah. More
Good.
Star Wars, hopefully.
Hopefully got some ideas, but trying to get more, trying to get some more content,
Yeah.
hopefully. So
I still look forward to discussing Dark Empire with you.
Oh, sick. I'm down to talk about that, so I'm just I'm gonna start making more content. That's for this year. So
All right.
Scarlet
sounds good.
One, obviously, check out Walrus and Nazo and Auditect as well, and yeah, that's all I got. Scarlet One, I'll leave a
All
link.
right. Thank you to everyone who watched and commented. It's been fun. Let's see. Oh, I guess. Yeah, in a few days there will be another live stream, not on my channel, but on Quinlan Voss, that YouTube channel, if you're familiar.
Oh yeah, Brendan.
Yes, they going to do another Essential Legends collection stream talking about the latest covers for the next round.
Good luck with that nonsense.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yep. Yeah, and I will be
Why
on
these
that
are not
stream.
better than the originals?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
That should be
believe
fun.
it's Labyrinth of Evil and Cloak of Deception, I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
those are the new ones coming. So
Yeah, so
I haven't
that'll
seen
be on.
any ELCs for Isard's Revenge or Starfighters of Adamar, which may be a blessing in disguise.
Well, they'll probably match the Wraith Squadron ones.
Oh God! Please don't make Starfighters of Adamar yellow.
Who knows what they'll do, but yeah, that stream should be on Tuesday.
Excellent.
So, yeah. Yep. I dropped a video today on the Falleen. So if if you haven't checked that out,
Definitely check it out when I have a minute.
yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, and yeah, see you next stream.
See you next time, y'all.
Take care.